today we will have the first one around the horn be Morgan.
Howdy, folks. I am Morgan with Mindflade Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me everywhere on the socials at Mindflade Mondays, except on Twitter. It's at Mindflade Mun. Myself and several others that I work with, we run private games for people who are looking for somebody to run games for them. So not everybody has a GM that's handy for them at the moment. Check us out at mindflademondays.com. You can see us there and find anyone of me or somebody else to run it for you. Besides that, I'm here tonight to play good old AP, which is Arthur Percy Blackwood. He is an American descendant of a London home who has come back to take over the Count, who has now been dubbed the Cowboy Count. So I'm just here to have a good time with my friends, maybe cause some chaos, bar fights, whatever we can come across while we're fighting evil, of course. That's all I got
Tiffany.
for you.
Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Felicity Fairfax. She is stepbrother to Cadman and has found out that Cadman is going to be the new Count. And that is a big wrench in her plan of tomfoolery forever with her brother. And so now she's trying to figure out a lot of noise on my end. Oh, hang on. There you go. Okay. Sorry. I turn on original sound for other stuff. Sorry. So my name's Tiffany. I play Felicity Fairfax. She is the stepsister to Cadman, and they're used to doing a bunch of tomfoolery, goofing off, and just having a good time at parties. And now Cadman has to go and be a responsible boy because he is now the Count. And so Felicity is trying to figure out where exactly she fits into whatever this new life is, and has maybe not so much a crush on Badrick, but will not talk to him about it because that's what you do as a 19-year-old woman. The boy has to come to you. And she is self-discovery. She's doing a lot. As for myself, I run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels. It's a 5e homebrew campaign, and Michael's in it. It's nice and cozy. We do have some Halloween one-shots that are pretty good. So if you're looking for some Halloween or some holiday stuff to listen to, or just some nice background stuff, feel free to check it out. And as always, I love playing with this group. We have a lot of really good just actors and good vibes here. So,
Michael.
Hello, I'm Michael, and okay, I gotta say, I played in the Halloween one-shots for over at Tiffany's channel, and it's absolutely terrifying. It's very good and perfect for the season. But
do you
I'm
wait? Do you mean Dark Waters, or do you mean because that's the underwater one?
Dark Waters is very good.
Yeah, Dark Waters was one. I also
Very
did.
spooky.
I also did the gosh, the Kids on Brooms one shot that's on ZealZaddy's channel. That's also
good.
turned out to be spooky.
Very
Spooky
spoopy.
and
All the
spooky.
ooky spoopy.
And
But yes,
involving mayonnaise jars.
Sorry.
but I'm Michael. You can find me on the socials, and you can find me on Tiffany's channel. On the socials, you can find me at RoboSardy. And also, brand new, I'm on Kara, so you can find me there at RoboSardy. It's a nice little platform for artists that like protects your stuff from AI and doesn't have any ads. So highly recommend. But today I'll be playing Cadman Cavendish, or Count Cadman Cavendish, the new Count, and I guess also coming into gripes of just like being in an arranged marriage with the dastardly Bianca Devonshire.
Ugh, not her. I can't stand her.
Absolutely dreadful. Oh. But I am happy to see the events unfold and to play with these lovely folk.
And currently, because we have someone who will be coming a little bit late, last but not least for the moment, Blake.
Hello, everybody. I am Blake, producer of the YouTube channel R and Bay. So if you want to become vegan and you want to see some recipes, you can check out that. I also film for it too. Also have my own YouTube channel, going to restart that again too, all about the love of reading and books because there is no good book that should go unread. So be prepared for that in a little bit. But more importantly, today I get to play as Duke Francis Patrick Brown, the Duke who's the rest of the life of duty and dealing with the loss of parents, broken heart by someone who will not be named, someone who will not be going after ever, Felicity. But yes, and we'll see what happens. But like always, excited to play with everybody and to see what's going to happen because this is a really fun group. So, oh, and also, I'm a Ronin, so D6, just so you guys know. So. Come up later in the show, but yes.
That will come up later in the show. So, before we begin, a slight recap as we had a little bit of a break. Last time, on Sentai Sensibility and Affair of Arcana, we had revelations abound. We had traumas faced and machina gained. We had a combat in the square and secrets revealed. There were many Twitters abouts in local taverns and a confrontation with an older brother. We are going to open on the Cavendish Fairfax household. There is a very loud rapping at your door, Cadman. It is awfully early for you to be awake. The sun hasn't even passed. The sun's barely even passed over the top of the closest building yet. It has to be 8 in the morning.
Please come back later. I'll have my breakfast much later. It's me.
Now, Cadman.
Wait. Hold on. Barely decent. What's a peculiar hour to be coming? I open the door, and who do I see? Oh, yes, dear brother, Albert. It's of course bright and early. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Come, we have much to discuss. And he doesn't say anymore. He just starts walking away.
Right. And I'll just kind of sheepishly follow him.
So, Felicity, you are usually up around this time, breaking your fast with Mama and Papa.
Mhm.
You are in the sitting room. You see Mother is eating. Finally, she hasn't really eaten in the past 2 days, had stress, but she's finally eating a little bit. It is a warm, soft cereal with a little bit of fruit. She has a glass of fresh pressed juice. She's eating a little bit, and you hear the clicking of your brother's military boots, and you see him walk past the open door, and Cadman, not quite as put together, walking past after him. You have to check the clock.
I have a little timepiece on me.
You do. It isn't even 8 o'clock yet.
She looks at it baffled, like, oh,
And you see,
just kind of like
you
points
see
at him
your-
as he goes by.
you see, and as the camera pans back over, you see the morning paper that your father is reading. The top is bent over just a little bit, and his eyes also follow this peculiar occurrence. And then you see Henry Fairfax lower his paper and look over to you, dearest. Was that Cadman awake before 9 o'clock?
I believe it was. I suppose that's Albert's doing.
I would assume so.
She's...
Should I worry for him?
Oh yes, it's Albert.
And there's a load of chuckling, and even she is in morning black. but even Mama chuckles just a little bit at that comment. Albert, you are taken into the back courtyard. And
Dear brother, do you think we could get like a spot of a meal before whatever excursion that we're?
don't worry, you will have an actual appetite once I'm done waking you up the rest of the way.
Oh,
As he turns and you see him dropping back, his waistcoat, and you see he's just down to his shirt, and he tosses you a practice sword. Roll dueling.
okay. Started off hot.
So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time or aren't really familiar with the system we're using, which is Polymorph for Sentai Sensibility, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see something called the tracker. This is not a game where the highest roll is always the best thing. Everybody has their own class, which is their dice. Michael, what is Cadman's mantle?
Yeah, Cadman is the Hussar, so he rolls the kind of hard to see it, but he rolls a D8.
Perfect. So, since this is the dueling, it's not that Cadman wants an 8 at the moment, but if you look at the bottom, you can see what he's going for. And what did Cadman roll?
He rolled a 4, so pretty good.
So yeah, and you are able to recover quickly because you are not useless in a fight.
Right.
You respond quickly as Albert comes in with a very swift cut to the top. You're very quickly able to deflect it. Cadman's not going full speed. You've seen Cadman duel once before.
You mean
he
Albert?
Married. Thank you. You've seen Albert duel once because somebody insulted his wife. Tiffany wasn't there to see this one. I'm sorry, Felicity wasn't there to see this one. You happen to be there. You know for a fact that Albert is not going full speed with you, but he is going fast. Very good. And the two of you start exchanging back and forth. You can tell, you're not sure if it's because you've just been more active recently because of the rangering, or if it's from the power of being a ranger, but you're faster than you remember being. Even not transformed, you're not tiring as quick as you feel like you should be. As you see Albert kind of leaning into the duel faster and faster and faster, and you're keeping up with him as you notice and you realize that this isn't going how Albert was expecting. You're keeping up, and he is now going properly at you, and you two are keeping up properly.
Does he like switch from his left hand to his right?
Kind of, actually. You do notice as he slips his hand underneath, he does switch, and he actually switches from his right hand to his left hand because he is naturally left-handed. So he switches over to his left hand to you, and you're still you're giving ground a little bit now than compared to where you were before, but you're still able to keep up. You're not sure. Both of you know this isn't how this probably should be going at the moment, but you're kind of Cavendish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, have you been practicing?
Yes. I mean, I guess it comes with the title, right?
Yeah. Roll me another dueling real quick. And at this point,
beautiful
Felicity, the sound of the swords are getting loud enough that you're able to hear it from inside the house.
I like go to the window and sort of push the
You
curtain
see them.
aside.
They're actually going at it at this point, and out of necessity, Cadman, you kind of have to be going with the same intensity that Albert is.
Yeah. I think at this moment I catch a glance of Felicity walking out because I rolled a 3. So I don't think that makes it.
So that doesn't do it for you. You do take your mark of peril. Go ahead and roll your die for me real quick. So when someone fails a roll in this game, they get what is called a mark of peril. When you get the mark of peril, you roll. If you roll the same number as you have marks of perils, they clear. Okay. If you roll under that number, you will have the vapors and you are forced to vacate the scene.
So, funny enough, I rolled a 1.
So you're able to, you still get smacked, but you're able to roll with it. You've been hit enough times recently as a ranger.
Mhm.
You've learned how to take a hit, and with where he hits you, you do roll, but there's this butter churn lid that is about the same size of your shield next to you,
Mhm.
and it's there if you want to do something with that.
Okay. I very surprisingly discard my sword and pick up the shield, and I'm like, let's mix it up a little bit.
You see he takes like a half step back, and he's cautious now for some reason, because this isn't right. Hold on. He's like, what happened? What are you playing at? As you two are now back to slowly circling each other again.
And yeah, I'm gonna roll a dueling and just kind of like get up close, but I'm also gonna like also try to use the shield to just like kind of like obscure like my like
Yeah, where
his vision.
exactly where you are. Yeah.
Exactly. Chuck the shield. Not in a proper duel. Okay, that's a 4.
So yeah, you were able to, you use the shield to kind of just obstruct his vision enough. He goes to strike where he thinks you are, and as you lower your shield arm, you've spun around him to the side. How do you put a stop to this duel? Do you just like put your hand up to his face? Do you put how do you stop this?
I try to disarm him. So I
Okay.
try like as the blade comes down, I come forward with the shield and kind of hook it on like
The edge. Yeah.
yeah, like on the edge, and just kind of twist my like wrist with like the
So do
the
me
shield.
a favor. Roll me a vigor for that one.
Perfect. Come on. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's an 8.
Hey. So yeah, you're able to, you shift in and you pop it and you catch it and you just wrist the blade. Felicity. Kedman just beat Albert in a duel.
A draw just drops.
Dearest, is everything okay over there?
She just like gestures at the window, gawking.
Henry
Kedman
folds
just-
down his paper, stands up and like,
Just beat Albert.
that's not.
And she just like pulls the curtain back and
And
points.
you see him looks up though, where Albert is smiling at you, Cadman. That is the best fight I've had in a very long time. I don't know who taught you how to use a shield, but whoever it is, they've done a fantastic job.
Oh, let's just say just fool's luck.
He just chuckles, nodding his head to that. Fool's luck it is. Now, I promised you breakfast. Let's go get you some breakfast. And as you guys enter in, so Felicity, they both enter into the dining room, into the morning room, and tea is set out. There is food brought to the table for them, and Henry Fairfax looks over at you, Cadman. There's a very discerning eye on you for a moment. You'll be going to promenade with Miss Davenport today.
Oh, of course.
You'll be joining Lady Georgiana, Viscount Davenport. Felicity,
Is that Devonshire or is that?
I'm sorry,
Kent?
Devonshire.
Thank you.
Yes, Papa.
Yes, it is
Oh, it's a
quite
good
quite
time.
pleasing.
Devonshire,
would the
correct.
best-
Thank you. Yeah, you'll
best-
be promenading with the Devonshires. This
And,
silly feud of yours is resolved, correct?
Of course,
Ages ago.
the child's play.
Nothing. It's just a bit of fun occasionally. But
I hardly even remember.
What's even over?
What's a rivalry?
Hmm.
There's just like a little bit of like you see like Felicity sort of knee Cadman and then he
Ah.
Look together.
I like knee underneath like the table as like the stuff. Oh no, sorry. There's a chill in the morning air. Oh,
I see.
but does Lady Parvamati have to be there? Not that I dislike
Well,
her
she's-
company. It's just
She is with her betrothed, so it only makes sense.
her betrothed. Then who would that be?
The Viscount.
The Viscount. Yes.
Is that a problem?
No, I am just shocked at such wonderful news. Yes. Such jubilation is that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
GM question. You said Felicity and they didn't get back to me.
Oh no, Felicity, you'll be joining them as a chaperone as well.
Oh, okay. So I don't have a date. I'm just going. I'm a fifth wheel.
You won't be the there is a number of young individuals your age who will be promenading together as a social
Okay.
affair.
Okay.
and is the Viscount
it's true, they would.
Leopold? Am I getting that
Viscount is
right?
Leopold. That is
Okay,
correct.
I just wanted to make sure I got that right. Of
He
course
was
it is.
recently-
Ha!
He was actually released just the other day, just yesterday from the hospital. He will be bound to a mobile chair for the moment, but he shall be making a recovery. So, do be polite.
Of course.
Picture of polite.
Picture of propriety. Of course.
Of course. The best of etiquette.
I went ahead and sent an invitation to Duke Brown to be joining you as well. So we will see if he attends or not. It is his prerogative whether or not he will.
It'd be splendid. Of course, we always welcome.
Yeah, we always love to have Patrick around. Perfect.
He's a dear
He
friend.
shows up.
Well,
He just shakes his head, sips his tea, and Duke Brown, you are breaking your own fast. How does Duke Francis Badrick Brown break his fast?
That's a good question. Something simple, maybe just probably just some bread, just some good bread. He's just something
Quality
simple,
bread.
something easy, some
Quality
good
bread,
quality
good
bread.
butter.
Can't go wrong with that, especially not in the morning.
Yeah, good strong breakfast tea.
Mm-hmm.
And you are, and a platter full of letters is placed next to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The daily invitation, sir.
Oh.
You see that the top one is signed by Henry Fairfax, Viscount Fairfax, to the order of Duke of His Grace Duke Francis Badrick Brown.
Take it, and I look at it, and I slowly open it.
Dear my Duke Brown, we have come in order. I'm writing you in order to send you a cordial invitation to join my son and daughter upon a promenade around the Ton, in order to enjoy the company of others of those within your age group who are in the process of seeking and finding good matches. This is done in no way in order to force a match upon you, but simply to help welcome you and encourage you back into society of London. You need not attend if you not wish to. Sincerely, Viscount Henry Fairfax.
Drop the letter. Ugh. I look at Nathaniel, just like this. I knew it was gonna be fun coming back, Nathaniel. I didn't know how much fun it was gonna be, but oh boy.
You see there's a stack of invitations there still for your day.
Mm-hmm. Quickly go through, and I wonder what all these invitations could be for. And just quickly kind of.
Several of them are from mamas inviting you to call upon their daughters at your convenience, good Duke.
Okay. Oh, putting those off for much later. Probably never, but whatever.
There's also one more invitation. It is in a black envelope with gold filigree. And it just says, and it just has the address to it, to Duke Francis Badrick Brown. No return.
It's kind of. It's weird. It's gonna open it slowly. So it's black, right? You can't see it. So like even in the light, like it's super black. You can't see
Even in the
anything holding
light,
up
it is a thick. You've never seen a black parchment this true black of this quality of paper before.
He thinks about having Nathaniel open it because out of fear of what's been going on lately, but he's like, he looks at Nathaniel and looks back at it and just.
You see Nathaniel's just like waiting.
I hate that you're such a good man, Nathaniel. I really, you just not be so good sometimes.
I strive to be for you, sir.
Before Nathaniel, I just want to say this, but. And you do a fantastic job here, and I truly appreciate you, but.
Why, thank you, sir.
If you ever want to do more, you just let me know. I mean, you shouldn't be beholden to me because of blood. You are way too good. Just if this is what you want, then it's fine.
I am beholden to you because I choose to be beholden to you, sir.
Okay.
Besides, you couldn't run this estate without me. He says to your shoulders and grabs a glass of port.
Touche. I mean, touche. I'm not gonna lie about that, Nate. I mean, that's I'm not gonna say that's not true.
My dear Duke Frankie.
Oh, Nate. Gonna look at the letter. I'm gonna just open it, like kind of like squinting my eyes too, just expecting something like untoward. I'm just gonna quickly open it.
There's a smell to it. It's not a bad smell, but there's a scent to it. It almost smells like it's from like deep forest. It's a very natural woodsy smell.
Do you smell that? That's not just me, right? You smell that, right?
It smells
Nathaniel?
of nature, sir.
Why would it Okay. That's how I start in the morning. Okay. I'm gonna read the letter, kind of keep it away from my nose. It's like I'm gonna take a handkerchief and just kind of put it next to my nose. I don't feel like smelling that in the morning. It's ruining the bread.
Duke Francis Badrick Brown. This acts as a cordial invitation to meet with you in regards to a specific matter that pertains to your continued well-being and that of your house. This is not a threat, simply an opportunity to make decisions for yourself in matters in regards to what is going on around you. If you decide to take more control of your own life, please do come to the following place at the following time. And it is a missive for later this afternoon to meet. It looks like by the willow tree that you used to spend time with Felicity at. And as you realize that's what the smell reminds you of. This smell reminds you of sitting beneath the willow tree with Felicity Fairfax.
I throw down the letter and then I kind of just like bang on the table. They think they can mess with me, Nathaniel, but they cannot mess with me, okay? They want to mess with the
sir?
Duke.
Who's messing with you, sir?
No, just something not even worth mentioning. Like they're not even worth bringing up. So inconsequential, but they will not be able not to let them mess with me. So that's.
As you say, sir.
Mhm.
You do realize if there's anything going on, I'm here to assist you.
Oh. Well, I know, but I'd rather not get you involved in something that doesn't. That should not have so much thought put into it. You know, something that should not be. But I appreciate that, though. Truly, I appreciate that.
Of course, sir. And if that is to ever change, simply let me know. We have resources and we have connections to people who can help take care of issues if that needs to be what happened.
No, I think this will get taken care of. One way or the other will get taken care of, but it's fine. It's whatever.
Fair
Anyway,
enough,
so I have to get ready for a that thing. That dance, whatever, I guess later.
Oh, the one this evening? The masquerade?
Yes. Already. Believe it or not, that they already have a mask in mind.
Oh.
Yes.
Do I need to call upon one of the... With this being last minute, most of the mask makers are in high demand. I can get us ahead on someone if you would like me to pull someone in for you, sir.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That'd be wonderful.
I will send out a missive presently, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you?
What do you not want to do for me?
Well, sir, I hate to say it this way, but you are not quite my type. It would be the only thing that I would not be willing to do for you, sir. You are not quite my type. He says as he turns on his heels and walks away.
Have a good day, Nate. Thank you.
Always do, sir.
And as I sit down, I pick up the black letter again and just like smell it. I think about the moment about Felicity and just there is maybe a faint smile, but the smell is off. It's too
fresh
on the nose, as you would say. So I rip it up. Like that ship has long sailed. She will be with someone else who can do her much better than I ever could. So whatever this is, good fellow, if this is your doing, which I wouldn't be surprised. Look around for some cat.
I had nothing to do with this, sir.
And that's why you're here, though. That's very
You called
convenient.
for me.
Oh, saying someone's name, you just wow. So if I call for AP, he's gonna appear too. Oh, AP. Oh wait, that's not how things work.
Arthur
Hello?
Percy Blackwood. No, actually, Arthur Percy Blackwood. You are walking out of the Colosseum, having taken care of your morning business. And you walk out of the door and you walk into Patrick Brown's dining room.
I drop. I stand up immediately, just like shocked, just like, what? What the AP? What in the name? What are you?
You called for him. I brought him to you.
I was. How did I get here?
I just want to enjoy bread. I just want to enjoy bread. I'm sorry.
And he reaches over and grabs some bread off the table.
Here, you know what? No, not before. No, not without butter. If you're gonna be here, you're gonna eat this right. Dang it. Give you some good butter on there. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, sure hope I wasn't interrupting anything you were doing before.
Let me take off my hat. I was gonna wear it going outside, but since I'm inside once more, there's no point in wearing this at the moment.
True, and let me get you and our other guests something to drink. And so I get AP some water because we're not drinking this early. If I see a flask out there, AP, I'm going to be a little upset, so put that flask away. Thank you. And then I get out a nice bowl, one that you get for an animal, and fill with some water. Put it down
As he goes and gets the bowl,
You're sharing that, right?
Sure, I'll pour some in your bowl when he's done.
So I walk back in as soon as he's putting it away, probably so I haven't seen anything. Put down, so here's a nice cup of water for you, and then some tea for you, actually. That's a rude of me. You're getting some tea, AP. And then here you go. I mean, I know every cat needs to drink some water, so I put a nice cat bowl down for good fellow. There you go. Would hate for you to be thirsty, friend.
I appreciate your hospitality. He says as he hops down, and like a cat, makes himself comfortable and starts lapping at the bowl of water. No sass, no nothing.
I thought he was gonna knock the bowl over. Thank you.
It just makes AP's kissing mad. You see not AP, Patrick, you see his face just scrunching even more, just like anyways, AP,
by the way, AP smells like alcohol already.
Yeah, he's holding scotch.
I was drinking earlier, so I had more to me, and the individual I was speaking with offered me some fine scotch, so I had to partake.
That's 8 in the morning. Okay, that's okay. I mean,
it's rude. It is rude not to partake when somebody offers you a drink. As I take your tea and sip it.
No judgment. I mean, just as a count, maybe to keep level-headed, maybe not to imbibe so early, but to each their own. I'm not here to judge.
So, is there a reason why you summoned me, so to speak, to your home?
Well, I mean, I was kind of perturbed, apparently, by saying someone's name. You can just summon them, so be careful who you say, because if you say someone, give the side eye to the cat, you may just summon them to your house. But
well, hey, wait now. You're telling me that our dear friend here can just summon us to different places? Why are we walking across the city when he could just take us there? This is ridiculous.
Well, that was just to prove a point.
Well, now that you've proven it, now that we know it's possible, when I am done here with my good friend, could you maybe summon me to my home?
Why would you ruin such a good walk with whatever they're doing? Why would you ruin such a peaceful good walk with that?
What would it be worth to you, my dear Count Blackwood?
It would be worth a nice drink in your bowl of milk.
Payment accepted.
I will kick that bowl over. I will take that bowl back. I take that bowl back before I take that bowl back.
So he puts a paw on your hand. Are you sure you wish to withdraw your hospitality?
Well, your bowl was getting not to swallow you drink some. It'd be rude of me not to fill it myself first as a host. So I'm not withdrawing it. I'm making sure he gets more because it is a little bit empty now.
I'll wait to add it after you get your fill.
I take my fingers on his paw and just kind of take it off. There you go, good sir. Take the bowl, skip him dead the whole time.
So Goodfellow looks up at AP. I don't believe he likes me very much.
I think you just gotta grow on him a little bit,
Oh, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I mean, if me giving you some liquor gets me home quicker, you my new best friend. So it works for me.
I come back in and just sit down with their bowl's getting filled, making sure it gets to room temperature. So I'm gonna let it just warm up a bit for your tongue, so it's not too cold.
I can wait.
I'm sure you can wait a long time.
While you're waiting, would you like some while you're waiting?
I would greatly appreciate some while you're waiting.
And
I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna see a cat do this. So I'm really like, okay.
Well, I'm sure Goodfellow can change, can't they?
Yeah, Goodfellow can change. So Goodfellow makes his way over to you. And as he does, you see him shift into like a swan, black swan, shaking his tail feathers as he waddles up to you, tips his beak back and opens it for you.
And I just pour it in.
You got some feathers here, thank you. Pick up some feathers and...
As you pick up the feather, it just... I would never leave a mess in your abode, sir.
At this point, I would notice all the letters. It seems you have lots of things to be dealing with. And I'm very thankful that I do not receive so much mail myself. At least not yet.
What do you?
Hopefully
you
never.
don't. Are you sure you don't? Okay.
Well, I'm sure it's because I'm a brutish American. Nobody wants the daughter dating a brute. Works
You're a
out for
British,
me.
you're a British American in a new place, and everyone's interested in you. I beg to differ that they're not going to want to speak with you as a new letters to. So you may need to check on that.
Well, I'm sure my butler, my man, would not hide such ridiculous letters from me. Not like
He
I asked
wouldn't.
him to keep them away from me or anything.
He wouldn't.
Well, but yes, lots of letters, lots of invitations, lots of young suitors out there waiting for my attention. Yes, but not gonna happen between you and myself. Between you, lucky man, what? To have their hearts broken and trampled? No. That is not lucky.
Is that something you would do, my dear? You would break a young, lovely woman's heart.
Well, I mean, honestly, eventually, if they didn't break my heart first, which they would, yes, it would. It said it would have to happen that way. It is what it is. My heart is. Maybe it's hard to grasp. I don't even know my own heart.
To another?
I don't know my own heart, so I can't even say that. And if I don't know it, how could I possibly share with someone else?
Fair.
Willful ignorance is such an interesting human trait.
What did he say? Wait, what did he say? I'm sorry. What did he say?
Willful ignorance is such a fascinating human trait.
I love cats that can talk. It's just lovely to have people that can just. Oh,
Cat,
well,
sir,
I'm sorry, good
how
fellow.
dare you? I am a swan.
Oh, Swan. I'm sorry. Have you ever been in love, good fellow? Tell me about all
Once.
Tell me about your once. Oh.
Long ago, one of your bards wrote about it.
Well, I'd love to hear this tale. Do you have it available? Or is it a sad story?
Depends upon who you are.
Well, if it's coming from you, do you consider it a sad story?
Not for the woman that I loved.
We'll see. Even things don't work out don't mean it ends necessarily badly. Duke Brown, you should be going out, getting to know these ladies. Find somebody that will treat you right and that you can treat right too. Unless you have somebody in mind already and therefore you're hesitant to pursue other things.
Oh, enough about me, AP, though. You sure seem a lot to talk about this. So maybe who are you? Who are you courting at the moment? I mean, I know you're just new here, but have you been going out and anyone catch your eye yet? I mean, I know you and Felicity had that dance. How did that go?
It was just a dance between friends. She was making sure I was not looking like a fool at my first attendance at a ball. I think it was very kind of her to take pity upon me in such a way.
Okay,
She barely knew me, and she offered me a nice dance. I am very appreciative, but I am not pursuing that young lady. In fact, I'm not in no rush to pursue any lady at this moment.
Well, you sure seem to want to pair me up with someone, so I'm just,
No, I'm just.
What?
I don't necessarily want to pair you up. I just don't want you to miss an opportunity to find happiness that you may not realize you're missing.
Oh, so happiness is only if you're in a relationship.
If it comes my way, well, not always, but if happiness in that sense comes my way, I would not look a gift horse in the mouth. I would take upon and enjoy it. I'm just saying, don't run away from it if it's there.
That's gonna end up with a really old horse is all I'm saying, but but I like AP though. You're a good man. I appreciate the company. The maybe not unwelcome but surprise company this morning.
Well, I mean,
but we'll see. Like I said,
it should be unwelcomed or a surprise since you are the reason why I'm here.
Well, it won't happen again. I'll make sure not to. Well, it's not up to me though.
You
it's
hurt
up to
me
the swan.
To my core, sir. You would not want me to come back again.
Well, not if you're gonna feed animals liquor, but that's between
Animal.
Well, are you not? What? Okay, what are you then? If you're not,
I'm as animal as you are, sir.
I bet. Oh, okay. I'm an animal. Okay. Okay.
I'm simply implying that if I, a creature of the Fae, are an animal, you, a creature of man, must also be one.
To be fair, I believe that all of us are a little bit of an animal in some sense.
Well, man, no, AP, you're right. We're animals. I forgot. They are monsters. It's different. Monsters and animals are different things. He is correct. I am an
I would
animal,
not
not.
consider Goodfellow a monster.
So you see Goodfellow's entire mood change at you calling him a monster. There is a weight in this room that was not there before. You want me to be a monster?
Perhaps you should maybe be a little bit kinder to your guest.
I suppose you're right, but it's not entirely. I mean, it's a fair assessment when we're being messed with. I mean, would you not also say that messing with the whole entire people for your women's for a game is not a bit monstrous? I mean,
I think you misunderstand the purpose of what's going on, Duke Brown.
Will enlighten us. Perhaps if
You
if
seem to
explain
think that we have any more flexibility in how these games are performed than you do. We are just as bound by the rules of these games. You think we wish for in the blink of one of our eyes. What is one of your centuries to a creature of the Fae? You think we like this constant trade-off back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of who is in charge? You think that this is something that we wished for? This was something a human did to us. One of your people bound us into this contract with your bloodlines. I'm trying to be civil about it.
Okay. Well, I did not know that you didn't lead with that, which I wish you maybe
We
would
mentioned
have,
it in the dream when you were with my lady. She informed you that this was all put through the hands of Merle.
Probably was. Well, yes, maybe they did. Maybe I wasn't paying fully attention, but I mean,
Maybe
you guys were
that's
going
your
on and
issue
on.
with the lady with Miss Fairfax. You refuse to pay attention to things that are happening in front of you.
Excuse me, okay, okay, hold on, okay.
Whoa.
Okay, we're
Hold
not turning the
up now.
tables here, we're talking about you, so hold on a second. No, we're not talking.
Then turnabout be fair play, sir.
Let's not get
Okay.
no pitching anybody's giddy up, all right? Let's calm down.
I'll say this to you, good fellow. I will do my darnest to see if we can break whatever bond this is until my dying breath. It may not be possible, but I will try to end whatever this is.
What you wish for.
It's not a wish, I said I'm going to try. No wish, it's going to.
I understand. I am giving you as much of a hint as I can give you.
I appreciate that.
Be careful what you wish for. Wishes belong to the stars, and you know who the stars belong to.
So as long as we don't say, I wish, we should be fine then, right? If we just say, I'm going to do this, it's not really a wish, it's just more of a statement, correct? I mean, how do you state something that you plan to do without wishing?
That's his big edge in the game, isn't it?
Well, we should let the others know to be careful what we speak out loud into existence.
Very. Don't say their names now either, because don't, because unless they want them being, well, I wouldn't mind them being here.
I would love to see Kevin and Felicity walk through that door right now.
No, how about, okay, maybe.
Why would I do that? I've already proved my point to the Duke.
I didn't see you do it. I don't know if you can really do it. How do I
You're the one that walked through the door.
If you may have been too busy talking, but you don't notice. But Duke Brown just like says a sigh of relief, just because he thinks about. He's like, okay, Captain Cool thinks Felicity coming through the door, just to hear it. Oof, a deep breath when she does not enter, just like a, okay. And he looks. He's gonna turn around and look at good fellow. Good fellow, I do apologize. What that's untoward of me to say you're a monster without knowing the full story. I mean, I still don't fully know you or trust you really. I don't know if I ever will, but it was rude to me to call you that without any proof. So I am sorry for calling you that.
It is not unwise for mortals to be weary and leery of Fae. I will not fault you that. I am not here to hurt you. I am not here to trick you outside of a harmless prank every now and then, of which I expect the return in kind. But I am not here.
Tranquil.
If it progresses to such a state, yes, of course. But
This thing's of Cadman. Oh my god. Okay. Keep going. Sorry, I just thought of somebody who said prank word and just got worried. But it's fine.
But, anyways, would you care for a piece of unsolicited advice?
Go ahead. I wouldn't mind. What about you, AP? Do you wish to?
Is the advice for me, or is it for him?
It's for both of you. Predominantly at the moment, more for the good Duke.
Well,
But it's for both of you.
then speak your mind, dear good fellow.
You cannot be the best rangers separating yourselves off from the world around you. With that, he ruffles his feathers, shifting back down into the form of the cat, as he does a very long front and then back stretch. I do believe I have promised I've given my word to see Count Blackwood home.
Well, thank you. And Duke Brown, it has been an absolute pleasure being so cordially invited to your house in an unexpected manner, and I've enjoyed my time here. But I will take my leave, if that's okay with you.
Oh, of course. I do appreciate your company, but no, you have things to do, especially as a count. You have plenty of things to do. Check on that mail too. Just word of wisdom. But I guess I'll see you at the little soiree tonight. Or was it tomorrow night? Was the soiree?
Tonight.
I
Tonight.
guess
The
I'll see you
masquerade
there.
is tonight.
At the masquerade.
Yes, I shall be there. Are you going to be there with anybody in particular? You've got a lot of opportunity here laying right in front
Oh,
of you.
shut up! I think you had something to do really quickly. I thought you had to get out really quick.
I do.
So
Before I
I
go,
will
would
see
you
you.
care for a drink, my dear friend?
not to this hour, but maybe later on. And no promises though. But maybe in the evening. Maybe at the masquerade or afterwards.
Sounds like a possibility. All right.
So, leaving from the door in which you had entered, you find yourself walking into the Blackwood Manor. While that happens, entering in, seemingly out of breath, is perhaps one of the most influential fashion people of the entirety of the time. Sorry, there you go. There it is. As Madame K walks in, escorted by her hand through Nathaniel's arm. My dear Duke, I bring you Madame K. She will be
Of
making
course.
your mask.
Oh, yes, of course. I was definitely expecting this. Yes, obviously.
You asked for the best.
Yes. Thank you, Nathan, thank you, Nate, for bringing right by, letting me know right the second.
She's quite busy. She just doesn't have time to get the notes for the mask you like, and then she'll need to be on her way.
Of course. Sure. Do you? I can write it down or tell you, however
She sits down, and you see that she has a fairly large bag with her. She pulls out a sketch pad, flips it open, and you see her pull out a little inkwell and a straight pen. She pops up the inkwell, taps. Describe it for me.
Okay. Well, it is
And we're gonna cut there, back to Felicity and Cadman.
I imagine we're like getting ready to go to our little.
You are in the
Promenade.
process of getting ready for your promenade. There is
Sister?
a-
Sister,
Yes?
Can you believe this? Us out of the Devonshires, the same vicinity.
I
I
think how this,
know.
because you both are getting ready in your rooms. I'm
Mhm.
imagining your rooms are both on the front part of the house, so
Mhm.
your windows are open, so you're calling to each other through the open windows.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's such a funny concept. Okay. I know. But Mama and Papa want us to be civil around them. I can't bear the idea.
Absolutely,
Yonka.
absolutely dreadful. And to think that they're dragging the gracious Lady Georgiana along with them. How could they?
My poor Georgiana has to be betrothed to that droll man Leopold. Ugh.
I look through the window and just like, yes, how could he? How
Felicity,
could
there's
you?
a knock on your door.
Yes, come in. And just close the window.
So you turn around and you see Mama walking in. She has a couple of things with her. You see that she has a gown draped over her arms and a box on top. And she sets them both down onto your bed, and she goes and she sits at your armoire.
Mama.
These are for you. I heard that tonight's big event is the masquerade. It is important that even though the family is in mourning, that we still properly represent the households, both the Fairfax and the Cavendish side. And Helena Cavendish is the epitome of a proper noblewoman. As she is sitting on the chair, she is all in black for mourning. She does have a mourning veil on, covering her right about down to her eyes. Some, her hair done up in a very small collection of braids. She motions towards the dress and the box on your bed. I know that you have a very specific style that you enjoy dressing you and Cadman up as. Cadman will be starting to don much more of the Cavendish colors, especially for this time. I don't want you to feel, because I know how used to you are, the two of you, of being connected in how you dress. And she motions to the bed, and there is a beautiful gold and cream Grecian style gown. Not quite as ordained as what you are used to, but it looks like the setting sun spun into a garment.
While she was talking and listening to Mama explain how she's like, I know you and Cadman are used to being together. Like Felicity sort of has her hands just kind of like tangled up in a little like nervous knot. And she looks at the dress and goes over to it and picks it up and holds it up to herself in the mirror. She's like, Mama, this is beautiful.
It is the gown that I wore when I attended my first masquerade with Cadman's father.
She just sort of gawks. Mama.
And she just holds up her hand as she goes, lifts up the box, and you see that it is an operatic style, so it has the handle on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And it is of a very matching color feline mask done in ceramics with applied gold for accent points on there.
Oh And she's again just gawking like, wow. And she very graciously and carefully like takes it out of the box and holds it to the light, and the gold will glint off of it. Mama, this is, I don't know what to even say. And she just,
I know you haven't had a chance to order in from, because I'm the one who keeps the books. I know for a fact that you haven't requested proper masquerade wear from Madame K for the season yet. So, in lieu of that, because I know for a fact that she's going to be oh so busy with so much going on right now, your
yes,
father and I have decided to give in kind to both of you, to remind you both that while you might not be blood, you are family.
Mama.
And while that is going on, there's not a knock. Your door just opens, Cadman. And this is happening at about the same time, just so you know. As you see Henry Fairfax walking in, and you see that he has properly hung a military cut suit with a box hooked around the top of the hanger. You see that his hip must be bothering you because he's leaning on his cane a little bit more than he usually does. As he has it over his shoulder and he spins it, lays it out on the bed for you.
Oh.
Closes the door, just sits on one of your side chairs.
Oh, father. What is all this?
It is something for you. Your mother and I were talking, and with everything going on, with all of the changes going on within this house at the moment, a touchstone for you and Felicity to remember who you are to each other and to this house wouldn't go amiss. He takes the end of his cane as he points towards the box. Open it. This
box.
is something that I wore to the first masquerade I attended with Felicity's mother. And you see that it is this deep ruby red tied horse mask that comes out probably a good almost foot from your face when it's attached properly. And it is this beautiful ruby red with gold applique on it. The suit is about 30 years out of current style, but the quality and the craftsmanship that goes into it doesn't make it look out of place. And it is similar in this time in the house colors of the Fairfaxes. So as kind of a reminder, as much as you are the Count Cavendish, you are still connected to the Fairfax family. It would do your mother and I a great service if you wore this tonight. And he says, as he shifts around, knocks twice on the door, and you see that Albert comes in with a cane that matches the rest of the ensemble. He hands the cane towards you, and he motions twisting and pulling. There is a razor-sharp Damascus steel blade hidden within that cane.
Albert, you honor me so. This
is one of mine. I trust you with it, and this is yours to keep. You showed great skill with the sword, but with the sword and shield earlier. I hope you don't toss this one away the same way.
I dare not dream of it.
Go ahead and take that one with you for your promenade today. And then tonight, it matches the rest of your accoutrement.
Father, brother, I do have a question.
Of course.
Does I know a title can change people, given the responsibilities that people will bear, but do you think it will affect our relationship? As I like kind of look towards like Felicity's room.
You see Albert just tap Henry on the shoulder.
Oh, frozen. Yeah.
Shoulder and walk away. As Henry Fairfax is like, "You my back?
Okay,
Hold
you're
on.
back.
My back?
Yes, you're back.
Okay, cool."
You froze right
Apologies.
when you slapped.
So yeah, Albert just taps. But first you, and then Henry Fairfax on the shoulder, and he nopes himself out of that conversation. And you see Henry just glaring at Albert as he walks out the door. That is, I hate to say this, my dear Cadman, entirely up to you. If your time with Felicity is important to you, you will have to work to make sure you have the time for it. There are many business affairs that we are going to have to start taking care of, and I will be there to help guide you through the start of it. But there are businesses to check in on. There are councils that the seat of Cavendish are a part of. There are meetings that will be taking part of your time. Will you have as much of a time for frivolity as before? No, but Lady Douglas is a very busy woman. She's a close friend of yours, correct?
Yes.
She is one of the hardest working, busiest women I know, but she has time to make room for all of her passions. If I was to give you any advice right now, despite listening to what I have to tell you, which please I beg that you do, I have no other goals but to help guide you through this. Reach out to her for assistance. She knows how to balance a life like this and make time for what's important to her.
Yeah, as soon as as soon as my father says like she has a way of balancing like passions, I just like think of our last sparring match and I'm just like holding my jaw and I'm like,
Right.
Yeah. Yes, she would have quite a bit of insight in this. Thank
She
you
would.
for your honesty, Father.
Now then, he pulls out his pocket watch, looks at the time. You do have an hour before you know to be at the tone for the promenade. As he taps the bed, stands up, and starts making his way out.
Right. And I just like take a little bit of time. I'm just like kind of admiring the suit, looking towards the wall towards my sister's room, and then just get ready.
Yep. Duke Brown, are you joining for the promenade?
With a sigh. Yeah, sad look at his face. Yes, he is.
So, as the three of you meet up at the designated meeting point at about this,
I was just say before we go to the promenade, there was a couple things I wanted to do at the house.
yes, go ahead.
So as I would walk through my front door, I would look for my butler, my man.
Yep.
And I would just want to see what's going on. Mainly, I'm trying to find him so we can find out what's going on with my cousin.
Okay.
And also about the letters.
You hear a very deep, bassy humming coming from one of the side rooms.
Well, meander on over there.
Yeah. As you hear, just kind of, as he comes, he starts belting out Italian opera as he is cleaning and polishing parts of the shelves, making sure the books are in order. He has no idea that you're home.
Well, now that is a mighty fine voice there. Perhaps.
Sir, I didn't hear the door open.
You didn't hear the door? I pounded on it a couple times as well. You didn't hear? Perhaps you were so into your music.
I apologize for that, sir.
No need. Now that I know you can sing, perhaps I will have you serenade me more often.
It is a product of a bygone life, sir. Nothing more.
Why does there have to be a bygone life? Perhaps we can rekindle your passions once more and get you in front of an audience.
My passions died with my late wife.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You had no way of knowing. I've never brought it up. Anyways, yes, sir. What may I do for you? You see as he takes off the cleaning gloves and takes off the apron that he was wearing.
Yeah, a few items I was curious about. First off, is there any new information on my dear cousin and his current actions and whereabouts?
Currently, he is trying for his life to run away from the Colosseum.
Yeah.
I don't see that working out well for him, sir.
No, I actually spoke with the Queen earlier today, and it was a delightful conversation with some scotch involved. So,
always a fantastic way to start a conversation, sir.
Yes. Well, has he caused any further problems for the family?
Not with the entirety of Angel's Crest knowing that he is cut off from the family accounts. Apparently, if he has tried it a couple places, from my understanding. He tried over at the Huntsman to force his way into a deal for some accoutrement for what he was planning on wearing for this evening, and was very promptly manhandled out of the building.
Well, if you speak to my cousin, let him know that I will front the bill for his outfit for the evening if he agrees to go to the Coliseum and work off his debt. He will be given money as well, so for himself to buy things in the future for his troubles.
I will endeavor to make sure that this is known to him, sir.
Yes, perhaps if he realizes he can earn some coin by paying back, what he owes, then maybe he'll give me the right kick in the rear end. Either that, or I'm sure the Queen will have somebody kick him in the rear end, quite literally.
Oh, I have no doubt that she has people hunting for him right now.
Two other matters. I know that the party tonight is supposed to have some American gunslingers performing.
That is correct.
Do we have any way of finding out who these individuals are? Perhaps I might know some of them. I know a lot of times these gunslingers are former soldiers from the war.
Well,
you seem hesitant.
I heard rumor
I love a good rumor.
There was a captain of the Confederacy that was at Gettysburg. That is one of the gunslingers at this show.
Well, the war's over, so I will not cause any problems with the Confederate soldiers.
Does the name Archimedes fallow mean anything to you?
Does it?
Roughly. You never had a direct confrontation, but Arc Fallow was known to be one of the dirtiest people on the battlefield.
It's a shame that they got that individual. I didn't know him personally, but I heard he was a little bit of a scoundrel when it came to the way he handled things on the battlefield. I have to keep an eye on him. Perhaps he might be here to cause problems.
I would recommend going with all 6 chambers loaded tonight, sir.
Did you hear some other rumor that perhaps he's here to cause problems?
I hear that there are rumors that he has a proclivity for finding people from that conflict.
Well, he will not enjoy that. I assure you and him.
I don't disagree with that at all, sir, but I'm simply letting you know.
Fair enough.
As that
Last
happens, your door is kicked open and Elijah Thorne comes sliding into view. Fallow's here.
Fallow. And this is
Arc
something
Fallow.
Yeah.
Arc Fallow is here.
We were just discussing the matter.
No, he is here.
Oh, he's at the home.
He's just turned down the block.
Well, I guess I should go ahead and load my pistol. I'll begin loading it. By the way, while I go and greet my guest, perhaps you could let me know if there's any letters of importance that have come. I noticed over at Duke Brown's home, he has many letters daily, and he seems shocked that I did not receive any.
You see that Grimm really looks really confused, and then he looks over at Elijah.
Well, I'll let you two handle this discussion while I go and handle that.
You hear Grimbrook very quietly. Mr. Thorne, you told me you were delivering him those letters. As you make your way out, and you see that it's not just, you could recognize Fallow. He is a battered old hound dog of a veteran, still wearing Confederate grays.
Wow. What I will grab is my saber.
Yeah.
From back in that time. My revolver will be at my hip, but it'll be on display so he can clearly see that I am taking his visit serious.
Yeah. Well, you see that it's not just him. It seems to be it's the entire show, and they've done a really big job. Like, it's a covered wagon. They have horses. They have, there's an Annie Oakley-esque woman on one of them with a long rifle polishing it in public. They're putting on a show to let everybody know they're here. You can't tell if they're coming to you or if they're just announcing their presence to the town.
So what I will do is I will step out on my doorstep, light up a cigarette, lean against the door, and just watch as they come through.
You see that Fallow is looking around as he's watching. He sees you, and he stops for a second as his progression goes on past you. And as you tipped your hat, he tips his and just keeps on walking past.
Welcome to bloody old London. As I say that out loud to them as they pass by.
Not the bloodiest place we've been to.
That's fair. Look forward to seeing your show tonight.
I'm always looking for volunteers if you're volunteering, sir.
Unfortunately, I have other things now that require my attention, like guests. And as you can see, I am quite busy.
I can see that indeed, sir. I do hope to see you in the crowd tonight, at least, as He whips over his reins, causing his horse to do a circle trot before it starts walking off after the rest of them.
I'll wait till they're completely gone away from here, and then I'll turn back in and head inside.
You turn back in, and Grimbrook has Elijah on his knees and his hand wrapped around the man's shirt, just point, and Grimbrook just throws Elijah to your feet.
Oh, calm down now. What is the issue?
Tell him. Elijah's trying to. Your man has quite the grip for his age.
Well, that's probably a good thing. He's a riffraff for coming in when they're not supposed to.
Indubitably. I want to preface this. I want to preface this with I wasn't wishing to waste your time.
Eli, you know I don't need all the spoken. Yes, just say what's on your mind, my dear friend.
I might have been curating the people who you've been spending time with to a degree.
You were making sure I don't cross anybody that I probably should.
Mainly that, as well as making sure that you weren't dealing with anybody who would have you at a disadvantage when it came to social expectations or similar positions.
Well, what's the problem here? Seems like he's doing me a favor.
Grimbrook just clears his throat. I might have gotten a little overzealous in my pruning of your social calendar. Give me one moment, he says as he walks, and you see him disappear into one of the side rooms that you know that he frequents. As he comes back with a truly massive stack of letters.
Oh, no, you can set those into the fireplace. We don't need to look at those.
Grimbrook, you feel Grimbrook's presence behind you, Arthur.
It's been too long, Grimbrook. I mean, there's no point in responding to any of these. I mean, these are how long they've been here.
Those are from yesterday.
Too long. If we didn't respond yesterday, it's too late. Too late in the day.
Sir.
Yes.
Writing room.
How about we just write one letter and then you just copy it and send it to all of them? Thank you, but I am
Count
busy.
Blackwood. Arthur Percy Blackwood. To the writing room, please.
I look at it, Elijah. Eli, you owe me a lot of drinks now.
Don't worry, he's helping.
Oh, well then you still owe me drinks, but not as many. Let's go.
As you get marched into the writing room and Elijah Thorne starts writing on the envelopes and you start writing letters.
No, I'm writing on the envelopes and he's writing the letters.
You're signing all of the letters though.
Yeah, I'll sign them.
Yeah, no, but it is.
And
Everyone else is enjoying the promenade. This is what you're doing today.
No, I'm not doing this all today. I'm doing it until the promenade.
Oh God, no. Right? Yeah. This is going to take you a couple of hours. You'll be coming back to this, right?
Luckily, I already had a mask made the other day, so I'm set.
Correct, you did. So, it is time for the promenade.
Well, I'm at my piano. I'm at the piano because she spends every second there when she's not busy. And then, Catman, we should probably go. Where are you?
Oh, you're ready already?
Of course I am. I have Flory do my hair when I'm at the piano.
Right,
Besides,
right.
I picked my outfits the day before. Otherwise, I'd spend all morning in there.
Quite clever, dear sister, as I'm like walking down the stairs and still adjusting
You
my
hear
like
Albert,
attire.
One of you has to be.
You walk down the stairs, and then she just like fixes your little scarf. It's crooked.
Thank you. Come now, brother. That's quite cutting.
He's not wrong.
Ah,
I'm not wrong.
She puts her arm out.
he's rarely ever wrong. He's quite a staple.
More so than you'd think. He says he sighs into his drink as he watches you two go and have fun.
Together we always have fun.
Oh, yes, we will. We'll definitely. And I like kind of say under my breath, definitely try to.
And she kind of like stifles a laugh, like.
The four of you meet at the meeting place for the promenade at around the same time. And it is Lady Georgiana, Leopold, and Bianca. The four of you, as well as a couple of other people who none of you are really familiar with, but they're around your ages.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Lady Georgiana! What a privilege! Absolute honor. Stunning. Stunning as always.
Such a treat you are, Kat. She smiles as she is the one who is kind of Leopold's mostly rolling himself, but she has her hands on the back of his chair. Yeah.
Yeah, I see Cadman like making the beeline for Georgiana, and she just kind of like rolls her eyes, and it's like, Bianca, it's so lovely to see you. You look absolutely stunning today. Is that a new dress?
Always looks so gorgeous, Felicity. I'm so jealous.
Oh no, please.
I don't. Your maid does such a fantastic job with your hair.
Oh, Flory, yes, she's absolutely wonderful with it. She knows how to handle curls, and most maids don't. To be completely honest.
They don't, sadly. I find myself. She motions towards her own straight hair. I find some benefit to this, but I wish I could have curls like yours.
Oh, but nothing. Well, then she suggests like, well, have you tried? There's these. I don't know what they're called other than rollers, but it's just
They're
like
rollers. They're called rollers.
Yeah, I'm like, what have you tried rollers? You wear them at night.
My hair frizzes up so badly. I look like I was out during a thunderstorm for hours afterwards.
Oh, well, I mean, you certainly look lovely with straight hair too. I mean,
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
and I kind of like elbow Cadman a little bit.
You see, there's that just moment of hang where Bianca looks very like not like expecting. It's not like expecting, but like she's very appreciative of you being there.
Yeah, like I've just been looking at Georgiana, and it's not until Felicity elbows me, and I'm like,
Felicity, there's a moment of hurt in Bianca's eyes when Cadman does not look or greet.
Yeah.
Stop humanizing yourself.
Yes. Lady Devonshire, you look quite handsome with straight hair. It is quite becoming of you.
I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Cadman. Thank you, Cavendish. I really appreciate that.
This is Michael laughing, not Cadman.
Oh yeah.
It's Cadman laughing, don't lie.
We should continue.
Promenade?
Yes.
You hear Leopold step. I think that a promenade is a fantastic idea. I don't have to believe you see that Leopold kind of looks over and you see that he's still a little bit bandaged up, but he's properly dressed. His arm is still in a sling, so he's kind of pushing himself with one hand. And you see that Georgiana is also doing a little pushing for him.
Yeah.
I haven't actually had the pleasure of truly saying hello to you, Duke Brown, and you must be the infamous Cowboy Count I've heard so much about.
Question: are we already in our masks?
No. This is not the masquerade. You are prominent. So basically, you're going for a coordinated walk around the park.
Oh, I was going to. I didn't know I was invited.
Bring your mask with you.
I didn't know I was going to this. All right. Well, yes, I guess that you can call me the Cowboy Count.
Well, at least that's what the general called you.
Several people have been calling me that. And I look over at Cadman, who was the one who started it anyway.
Well, it is quite ravishing, don't you think?
Quite.
I mean, it's better than some of the other things I've been called in the past, so I will take it and enjoy it.
Now that sounds like an entertaining story.
And Duke Brown, it is a pleasure to see you again. Do the Americans treat you well, sir?
Oh, they treated me very well, very well. Like I said, I got to meet with the wonderful Count Arthur Blackwood. So, yes, it was a very eventful. My trials were very eventful.
It was. You were gone for so long. Did you? I hear there were some issues with the postage by chance. You weren't able to receive letters. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, I don't know how that got around, but there may have been, things happen, things get.
You see a chuckle. I apologize. My one of my men is very connected to the postal service. He has a brother who you interacted with within the postal service recently.
Yes, mistakes may have happened, and who knows who's at fault. So, I'm not going to cast any blame either way.
I don't believe it was anybody here at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Now then,
Yes.
shall we promenade?
Yes, let us promenade. As I kind of
Oh,
sheepishly.
before we go though, I want to speak with some old acquaintances of mine. If you don't mind, I'll look at Cadman, Felicity, and AP. Just give us 1 second before we go. Just want to,
Of course.
catch up for
Oh
a second.
yes, it has been a while since we've caught up.
You see that Georgiana, Leopold, and Bianca are all like, weren't you just together yesterday?
Oh yes, well, we have so much to talk about. Though it is quite common to walk and talk, though I suppose we could stand and talk.
Mm-hmm. And so as soon as we get a little bit away, I'm like, okay, yes, so just 1 moment. And then just look at every one of us. Okay, so we know what's truly up with things, with certain powers that may be attacking us, and so we just need to make sure we keep our eyes open, because I fear that being together may lead people who want to fight us, maybe to at the last dance. So make sure everyone.
Are you saying that we attract the danger?
So it's together. You suppose that together we are the bait, or that's a better way of saying it, but attract the danger. No.
If they want to make a point, then you do it at not the most vulnerable time, but at a time where it can really make a scene. And so I just worry that what's happened before, and I gesture to the people who are walking with it. I worry for the people is all.
Yes. I mean, those Fae could be quite cunning. I mean, they could be anything or anyone. I think I have got your reasoning, good Duke. Yes. And I look towards our good company.
So I look over at Duke. Was Duke Brown? I point at Cadman's fiance.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm like, but doesn't she already know who we all are at this point?
What?
Wait,
Wait,
What are you saying?
What do you mean?
I beg your pardon.
Duke Brown and I would know this because when they.
Oh, did we see?
Yeah.
Did
No,
you
well,
guys-
no,
They know.
Remember,
We did not.
You two were there when you saw Bianca Devonshire see those two transform back.
Mhm.
Look over, recognized at least you, because Arthur Percy Blackwood was found to keep his goddamn mouth shut. Looked, saw you and Beatrice. You saw her do some math in her head and go shh and walk back away.
Oh, we did. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. Well,
nobody is told. You two.
Told us what?
Out with it. What do you mean?
well.
Go ahead.
Let's just. First of all, so let's just. Whenever we're transforming, we need to make sure we're doing it in privacy. So, anytime after a battle, we need to make sure we go behind, so we're just hide and then get out of our or their forms. Because sometimes when we do that in the open, some people may witness it. So
Are you saying that?
Who could witness us?
Are you saying that dastardly Leopold? See, I know that's a facade. He's probably not even
No.
injured.
Not,
No,
Just-
he's
just your
definitely
fiance.
Yeah, I know.
injured. He's no, not,
look
not
at-
for you. This is for everyone else. He's definitely injured.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would know because I think I met with them to like, give my condolences to make sure he's okay. So yeah, I would definitely see.
Yep.
I'll look at him and like, no, he's truly no.
yeah, I've seen my fair share of injuries, and that Leopold boy definitely has some. So, yeah, and I don't think he saw it. I think it was just your fiance.
Yes.
Fiance.
Fiance.
Oh,
Bianca is
congrat-
now Catamin's fiance.
Yes, is
Congratulations, that is
it
wonderful news.
Oh, getting
is-
used to it.
is barely a means of celebration, but you know,
What?
this
On the plus
this news is
side-
unfortunate, but it does lead to an interesting situation. Being
You don't
you know,
have to
being
lie to her, at least.
That's
well,
true.
no, but it's like, you know, keep your enemies close, as they say.
You
But
suppose
you'll-
Bianca's
She's about to be real close soon, boy. I'm
How is
just
she an
saying.
enemy? Do you guys still? Would I know from? Did you guys not like them in childhood? Would I even know this was something like you guys?
Yeah, it's been forever.
100% you would
Yeah,
know this.
Yeah, it's been like since we were 6. We're like, we hate them.
Do you guys still have? Okay, we don't have to say this the block, but we're going to talk about this because I don't think they're as whatever you guys think they are. From what I know, I don't. Okay, well, anyways, we just need to keep our eyes open. So let's make sure that we know. Just Kevin, no. I don't think we're on the same.
I
Okay,
think we
well.
know, understand each other perfectly as thick as thieves.
Yes, we
Miss
should keep an eye on the
Good Duke.
Devonshires, for clearly they're the enemy.
Yes, they are
mm.
dastardly. Absolutely.
Definitely in league with the enemy.
help me.
Scoundrels.
AP, help me with
You
this.
say that, you
Help me
just
with
see
this.
AP, he's over here, he's just drinking. He's like, I can't deal with this shit.
Okay, this is gonna be a great walk. It's gonna be a great walk. Okay, let's.
I need
Yes,
etiquette
behind
rolls.
enemy lines.
I think
Jolly
etiquette
good.
rolls from
What are we rolling?
etiquette for
Etiquette?
everybody.
Everybody, but why?
I
You're
failed, I rolled a
promenading.
5. I rolled a
Oh.
5.
Oh,
Ooh, I rolled a 5-2. Oh, I know why. And just so everyone knows, I'm rolling a d6 for being a Oh my gosh.
So yes,
Brain fart.
Ronan.
Ronan, there we go. Yes, Ronan. So that's a 5.
Perfect. And actually, if Arthur and Felicity could also give us your mantles and your dice associated with it, that would be great.
Yeah, so Felicity is the premier and she rolls the d4.
And I am the dragoon, and I roll the d10, which makes it really hard to roll an etiquette because I got to roll a 2 or 3 out of d10.
Yeah, you do.
And I just rolled a 3.
Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
matter
the-
because I already rolled a 5. So
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
think it's funny though.
After your day of your morning of writing condolences, I will give you the bonus. Congratulations, you passed your etiquette roll on that one.
I don't know how. You know what? I'm fine with not passing it because I've been drinking all day too. Think about this. Like I drink.
No, that's 100% what happens. That's 100% what actually happens. Is you're not. This last shot of whiskey you downed was the one that put you over the edge.
I told. I think for why Magic Bells and do Marks of Peril, they don't carry over, do they? So these are new, or do they carry over?
These are you are entirely at one new mark for everybody.
Gotcha.
So
So let me
for
let me roll that to see if I
what
can
did
clear
Felicity
it.
get?
I got a 1.
Honor. Honor.
so
And
oddly enough,
Oh, whoops.
I also rolled a 1.
Perfect.
Lucky dog.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Is it a good thing though in this situation?
It's a good thing when you're a hero form.
It's a
No.
yeah.
No, it's
No, I thought
No,
honor
honor's
was
good
good
now.
when you're out of here.
Honor's
honor-
good now. Yeah.
yeah,
Hero
honor
is
is good
good when
Honor,
now.
you're right.
Form.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
hero,
did fantastic.
hero is
Mhm.
the
Yeah. So no, I'm sorry. You are correct. So yeah,
So-
you have rolled your honors,
siblings just lock eyes from the corner of her eyes.
and
It
you
just,
are
we just
on.
know. They're like, let us promenade as I put my arm
Promenade.
out for Bianca.
She smiles a little shyly as she slips her hand through your arm and she walks close to you.
I give my sister a knowing nod and just like yes. Mhm.
Nod back at him. Just a dumb amount of nodding.
So, are any of the remaining gentlemen going to be escorting Miss Fairfax?
So I think what I felt too is because I'm like taking a look for anything out of source, looking at shadows, just like it's so really kind of almost jumpy.
So wrapped
And-
up in defense mode.
Yes, and so but I will be in, maybe it's subconscious, but I will be trying to protect Felicity, just like I think out of just like subconsciously just making sure that no one's going to come after her first. So I'm kind of walking near her, but just looking like not like focused on her, just like looking at everything. So, yeah.
He's escorting her, but not the way he should.
Not the
Mhm,
way he should
exactly.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like puts
So-
her hand out and then like no one takes it and she's like, oh, right? And then just sort of walks
I'll
herself.
nudge. Do I see it? Can I nudge him to like remind him? Like,
You
hey.
nudge him just in time for you, Duke Brown, to see her dropping her hand.
Yes. Sorry. I thought I saw something over there. I put in my hand like a gentleman and just while still looking around like suspiciously, I put in my hand.
Just like
What the-
puts her
Maybe
hand
it's
in her.
And I'll just turn to one of the other people that are there with us, and they say I'm the one that's oblivious to etiquette.
Slurring
What
your
was
words.
that?
Yeah,
Looking
slur
straight
my
at the
word.
camera.
Let's say I'm the one that's oblivious to etiquette.
So there's the remaining people are just like, not even noon. dude.
What time? Yeah, I was gonna say it's like noon, right?
It's like 10:30.
If I see
You
you,
will-
if I see you with the flask, I'm like.
I will say this though, it's not the flask. It was Beatrice and that damn scotch.
If I can, I'm going to grab him, kind of not grumpy, but pretty like grab him in here. And touch his ear like, so, are you a good shot when you're drunk? Count Arthur Percy Blackwood. Can you
Of
take
course
care
I'm
of
a
people
good
when you're
shot.
like this?
Do me a
Yes,
When you're
favor.
wasted like this?
Do me a favor, Count Blackwood. Roll me an etiquette roll real quick.
An etiquette roll.
We're gonna see if you can maintain
rolled it.
self-control.
I rolled it too.
You
Day.
almost, but don't reach for your gun to shoot a target off in the distance.
I go. What I do is I act like I'm gonna reach for it. No, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it.
The Felicity just
Yes.
looks pale. Like,
Felicity,
I got you
he's close
too.
enough for the first time. He smells of Beatrice's scotch. His breath is heavy with it.
oh, did you drink with Beatrice all night? You could like
No,
just
just
two
this
glasses of that
morning.
could put anyone under the table.
Just this morning, it was more.
You
than
had a
four
lot more than two
glasses.
glasses. You had a lot more than two glasses.
And at my house, I know I saw you take some.
I'm good. And you know what? Just to prove it, I'm gonna give Felicity my flask to hold
Yeah.
on for the night.
That's
Felicity,
empty.
Empty. It's empty.
I take it and I'm like, this is empty.
You shake it just a little bit. No sound.
Well, I won't refill it. I can't even talk.
She just tucks it into her little bag.
Feel it.
So
And
as
we're
everyone's
talking,
as
as
the
we're
group
talking,
is
I'm still
promenading
holding
with
your
you,
hand. I'm still holding
yeah.
your hand, Felicity. As we're talking, I'm
As-
still this whole time.
as the group of you are promenading, Felicity, as you look back, the people behind you are a little bit like mortified.
And this is how rumors get started.
At what part? At me or
At
or
you.
At the bad handle?
No,
Oh, okay, yeah.
at you.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know what the problem is. I didn't pull the gun out and shoot. Jeez.
Did you hear that? He was ready to pull the gun out and
No,
shoot
no, he's
someone.
joking. He's joking. That's a
Just
funny
jesting.
joke.
No,
So
no, nothing like that at all.
You know
Oh
how
my
those
God.
Americans are.
Oh, okay,
Damn
okay.
right you
Now
do.
come now.
Now you know.
Perhaps I was just like,
What?
Nah,
I'm
How-
looking for
I was
a-
like-
what-
So-
what do we do on a promenade? I do declare.
we walk.
Walk and you talk.
Walk.
Yes.
Walk and
Why am I
talk.
here? Why am I here?
So
Obviously, you need
Kevin,
some fresh air.
while all this is going on, Bianca looks over at you. Do you mind if I ask you some questions, Count Cavendish?
Oh, but of course.
How does one put this delicately? What is important to you, Count Cavendish?
Ah, well. Many things that's important to most people of high society. Honor to one's family and to their name, and honor to oneself.
What does honor mean to you? Many men throw honor around as if it's a curative word to ease the balms of society. What is honor to you?
Well, it is the pinnacle of a gentlefolk. Being an upstanding citizen to those less fortunate and to those that are fortunate, not putting oneself above another. And having the utmost respect for those close and to those far. Strangers off or foe, really.
It's a very you definition of honor. She doesn't say that unkindly to you.
Mm-hmm. How would you define honor, Lady Devonshire?
To do what is right even when nobody is watching.
Ah. That sounds quite a sound.
Thank you. I learned it from my brother. Do you charity at all?
Oh, well, I mean, my family would, we would, sometimes, I can't seem to recall the
It's
last
fine.
time.
The Cavendish family is part of many fantastic foundations that support many people within the bounds of the Empire. Would you care to join me tomorrow for a visit to the orphanage?
Oh,
If it's within your time, I know that you're a new count, and I know that you have much going on.
Oh, yes, I have all these responsibilities. And I look towards my sister, and just
Who is
everything
dealing with the drunk count at the moment?
Oh.
Just like trying to straighten straighten him out a little bit. Like, okay, let's get you a little better.
Yes, you know what? That would be lovely. I would love to get a
That's-
sense of your honor.
I would love to show it to you. The children would find you right out of a storybook.
I'm not sure if a joke or compliment, I take it all the same.
It is the deepest compliment that I have. Is it not those stories that we have as children that give us hope for the future?
Oh, but of course. What better fuel for one's imagination and to really build one's identity? What storybook character would you define me as?
He looks you up and down. He thinks for a moment. And with a very, very soft smile, Don Quixote.
So, Michael does not know this.
That's a fantastic choice.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Don Quixote, this is above game. Don Quixote is the Spanish story of the dude who thought the Windsbills were dragons and tried to be a knight in a time past knights.
Aw. I love that.
Who would you put me in within a fairy tale? Within a fairy tale?
Oh, well. You as someone who is giving to the less fortunate, I would put you in the shoes of Robin Hood. Less dastardly, of course, but
I
to do
wouldn't
what
call
is
Robin
right.
Hood dastardly.
Oh. Very good.
I'm quite. You know what? I'm quite happy with that. Actually, I'll take Robin. She says with a smile as she walks with you. Meanwhile, back with the troublemakers.
I'm gonna look to Felicity and be like, you think if I fight him, that will sober him up? Do you think if I just
I suppose it would
that's-
sober him up, but it would also give him a black eye. Then we'd have to explain that as well.
Well, that might be better than explaining this, I feel like. I mean,
Oh,
No,
well,
you wouldn't
we'll
have to
give you
explain
punch
it.
drunk
So-
instead of normal drunk.
If you're-
But then we'd have to
Listen,
explain
need-
it.
If you're going to
Felicity
punch
to-
somebody that's going to be at the ball, they're not going to have a black eye for anybody to see.
I
Who are you gonna
need
punch?
Felicity to roll a footwork for me real quick.
That is a 2. So that is not a footwork. That's a
So take your mark of peril and roll for me real quick.
I mean, she's walking with me, and that's makes it hard for anyone to walk next to me. I feel like.
Oh, we're getting into don't worry, we're getting into this.
I got a 3.
Which is, and you have what, one mark?
Mhm.
2 marks? 1 mark?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, no vapors for you. As someone bumps into you, and because of what's going on, you are stumbled off of your feet. Duke Brown, roll me a footwork to
I'm
see if
holding
you
her
can
hand,
catch
yes.
her. Yes, roll me a footwork to see if you can catch her.
Oh my God, we're going down.
Can I
That
try to
is
grab
a-
the person that bumped her?
Oh, don't you? Oh my God, don't you do it? But don't. Oh my
Roll
God.
me an etiquette.
But-
Roll me an
Me.
etiquette.
Me?
Yes, you roll me an etiquette. Duke
Yeah,
Brown.
here would it be?
Good news, 4. So that is
4.
a footwork which.
So, and it's not just a catch. He takes, and it's almost like a dance move as he takes you into his arms, and it's like the dip of a Spanish dance, as he holds you close to him for a moment.
Oh, Thank you.
And kind of awkwardly, just like after a moment, just like eye contact, just awkwardly, just might want to be careful there if you know.
Yes,
Ah,
that was.
hold on.
I didn't know you were
Roll
such
a
a
one.
divine dancer.
Well, you learn a few things, you know, in your travels. So, anyways,
Sort of,
gotta make sure AP
adjust
is
my
okay.
hair a little bit.
You look fine. You still look good. You look good. Anyways, but AP
just-
though.
I
Yes,
just rolled it
AP.
and I sent you a picture. I rolled a 1.
So your
Drunk or
honor is
not.
your honor is different than their honor, sir.
Yes, it is.
This man
Right.
just bowled over a woman and a personal friend of yours.
I grab him by his collar, push him against the wall, and I say, "Now, dear sir, there's a lady present, and you just bumped right into her like she didn't matter."
I'm
AP, it was probably a mistake. Hold on, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no,
just-
no,
I did.
No. Oh,
Yeah,
the lady,
I
an
deeply-
apology.
I am very, very sorry, ma'am. I fear I was in a hurry and wasn't. And you see that it is a mail carrier.
And I immediately fix his clothes, and I go, "Thank you, good sir."
Deepest pardons, he says as he starts running away. And Felicity, you look over at the other people you're promenading with. It's not good.
Felicity, take them on ahead.
Yeah.
Felicity, distract them. I'm going to walk back with AP. Can you distract
Yeah,
them?
I'm talking with Bianca and I'm like, see, these Americans are quite exquisite, don't you think?
They're very
Quite-
They're very interesting.
Just
I
walk.
heard that there's a whole group of them that are going to be up at the masquerade tonight doing a firearms show.
Really? A whole
Yes.
hootenanny of cowboys.
Of what? You see her laughing a little bit. A what?
Oh, that is what AP. It's an American term. You know, like an American gathering is called a hootenanny.
A hootenanny.
Hootenanny. It's very good. It's jolly good.
It is jolly good.
I do apologize, but I am, I'm not feeling too well. I think Arthur's gonna escort me back to my place because I'm not feeling too well.
Yes,
And
Patrick,
I want
you
to
do
be
look very
better
pale.
for the. Yes, I need to. I want to feel better for.
Arthur,
tonight.
you're
So
the
do
strongest
me
of
a
us. Why don't you
favor.
see him home?
Felicity, roll me an etiquette.
Please.
And is Count Blackwood going willingly?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't
Okay.
really want to be here anyways.
Yeah, because that was going to be an opposed vigor roll.
He's like,
So,
I'm not rolling. I rolled a 4, so I'm not rolling any of the right things today.
oh no. So take your marker peril and roll your dice for me.
oh no.
This might be our first vapors.
Oh,
This is a 3.
yes.
3 is still over 2. So, yeah, you are fine. You try desperately to get everyone's attentions, but even as Duke Brown is kind of handily escorting Blackwood away, you see them all watching and murmuring amongst themselves.
I think
about what had
before I
just
look
happened.
before I go though, like I do, like I'm still holding Felicity's hand, like okay, just look in the eyes and say, but please just be safe, okay? Well, I need to give her a friend, just
Yes.
hate for anything to
yes.
happen.
I will. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
And you as well.
Yes, I will. Awkward, like goodbye. Just go with AP. So
Okay,
awkwardly, just
goodbye.
Yes,
I'm gonna
bye.
bow like a little too much.
You see, so Cadman, you see that Bianca's kind of looking over her shoulder, but she leans up to you and she leans up to you. I think your sister has feelings for Duke Brown. Am I amiss in my summation?
Oh well, I mean,
You're a horrible liar, Cadman. I hope someone's told you that before.
yes, many a times. I kind of look out to the.
It is an endearing quality, I assure you.
As we leave, I will. It's been an absolute pleasure.
He is something else.
Yes, we will see you at the masquerade. Hopefully, or before then.
Oh, will you? Because I'll be wearing a mask.
Okay, we're going. Okay, and we're going. I just kind of not force, but just kind of like, okay, and we're going.
All right,
And
we're
we're going.
getting out of here.
And we're leaving.
Bye.
Okay.
And I'm talking to Bianca. It's like, well, yes, they have fancied each other for.
I
Quite-
don't think it's fancied. I think that's fancying.
Well, yes, I believe so. But Mr. Brown can be kind of set in his ways, quite elusive. Can be.
Do you think we should help them? They make a very fetching couple.
Oh, what dastardly plan do you have in mind? Lady Devon?
Dastardly? My dear Count.
I mean it in the most becoming way, of course.
I'm sure that you do. Leopold,
I mean,
you see
only-
how
yeah.
he speaks to me.
Well,
Leopold's
only
like,
most
finally,
fitting.
somebody's seen through you, sister.
Well,
And
only
Kevin,
most
you are
fitting.
honestly laughing with the Devonshires.
Yeah, no, he's having a ball. He's like completely forgot about the childish rivalry that they've had.
Right.
It's like, well, only most becoming of Robin Hood and, well, his merry men, of course.
Oh, I'm simply the merry man now. And you see Georgiana Brino. Oh, more like Friar Tuck, if we're being honest. And just pulling up another round of laughter from everybody. Felicity,
Yes.
Cadman's enjoying himself.
She
Like, as you look, you see him honest laughing.
She, oh gosh, she has no idea what to do because she's like in this weird, awkward social situation where her escort left with a drunk man, and then her brother is enjoying himself with their childhood enemies, frenemies, and the people behind her want nothing to do with her.
Well, you do see that one of the men of the group does step forward. I do see that your escort has left you, and you see that this is Robert Downton. He is a count, or he is the next Count Downton. They are moderately connected to your family. They are known to. His father is known to do good business with your father. There's much changing of goods between the Isle and his section of northern York.
Yes, thank you, Robert. That would be most kind.
Might I say, you do look very dashing today.
Oh, thank you. And you have a very sporting hat.
It's a new one. I must egregiously deny the amount of coin that was spent on its procurement, for I fear that if my father is to learn of it properly, I might be disowned.
Well, in the name of fashion, I say there's no coin left unspent.
That's what I say, but he never seems to agree with me.
Well, if was it from Madame K?
It was for the huntsman.
Oh,
from
then you have a
Huntsman
very
down.
fine hat there.
They do have very fine hats there. I keep hearing that your brother is part of the Huntsman's Club, but he won't deign me an invitation.
Do I know he's a member?
You don't even know what the hell the Huntsman Club is.
Huntsman's Club. She seemed pretty cool. Yes. Yes, indeed. He is a member. And then, like, there's just a shot, like, as she glares at the back of Cadman's head. Betrayal.
Cadman, there's a feeling down the back of your neck.
I don't
I look
know.
behind me.
You see your sister.
Gives you this dirty look. And then back to her. You know, like her, like, oh, I'm charming the people smile. Like,
The very fake one.
yeah.
You also see that the Duke and Count Blackwood are gone.
Oh, I should really check on my sister. It seems her escort has just left, so I should check on my
we'll
good
wait.
sis-
We'll wait right here for you. We'll give a chance for everyone to catch up.
Yes, very good.
Bianca gives your arm just the smallest squeeze before she lets it go.
Yeah, and I lock eyes for just an instance with her. And then I turn towards Felicity.
Oh, brother.
Ah, dear sister.
Edmund, what a pleasure.
Ah, Mr. Dalton.
Downton.
Downton. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Downton. Very good.
So, Mr. Downton was just telling me about the Huntsman's Club that you're apparently a member of.
You haven't deigned me an invitation, sir.
Yes.
Oh, you seem to be very mistaken. It is just like the lavish list for getting like the top accoutrements and fittings. You know, just it is just the top of the line clothiers. It is. Isn't that right, Mr. Downton?
My mistake.
Well, brother, she's like, she offers her hand to like go to get an escort from him, and then she's like, she's like, pray tell me about your walk with your new betrothed. I'm dying to hear about it.
As you guys turn and start promenading, Cadman, you are leading her towards Bianca, Leopold, and Georgiana, who are all smiling warmly and waiting for you to join them.
Ah, yes. And I'm like kind of like hushed tones. Ah, yes, it's going swimmingly. Lady Devonshire has invited me to join one of her excursions with the orphanage. So I get to, you know, catch her in the act. So does.
Yes, indeed. I mean, what better place to hide your dastardly deeds, I suppose, but an orphanage? Surely you will find her.
Yes, of course. Exactly what I was thinking.
Right when I suppose you must be waiting to strike.
I'm like a regular Don Quixote.
Don Quixote. You do realize, and she just like pats his arm, just like, yes, like a Don Quixote. Not just like that.
Don't worry, we have them right where we want them.
As you rejoin with the Devonshires and Lady Georgiana Pamadi, Duke Brown, Count Blackwood. What happened, yo?
Like, I think as we walk, like, Patrick is so mad right now.
What are you upset about? That man
What do you think you did wrong? You tell me what do you think you did wrong?
I mean, from my experiences, when a man runs into a woman like that, you apologize.
It's nothing to. nothing to do with that. How much have you? I don't even know if there's a point talking to you like this, but when
It's
you
all
were,
that
We
damn
could always
business.
sober him up.
well, I assume was there. Like,
There is a gentleman walking towards you with violet eyes.
this is terrifying.
He has black hair that's a little bit long, and he has a lapel pin that is an onyx cat's head on his black on black coat as he's walking towards you.
I appreciate the offer. I do. Good fellow, but you know, it's humans have to deal with our own problems, right? And so how can we be stronger if you offering to help? If so, I must humbly decline.
This is
Why don't
more
we
of
get
a
a man out first.
He leans into you. This is more of an issue of readiness.
And I was going to talk to him about that. I know, because this is not how you handle
Because
things.
you are needed.
Okay. I hear you. Do what you. Me and him will talk later.
As
in a
he
moment.
moves, there is a smack on your shins, Arthur Percy Blackwood. And for some reason, you feel pain for a moment and then clarity.
Woo. Too much scotch.
Yes, much
Maybe.
too much. Now then, this isn't a large issue. I believe only the two of you are needed to make this to suffice for the moment. There's not a constellation, but there are some starlings that are loose not far from here. The two of you should be enough to handle it. Shall we go, gentlemen?
Yes, thank you.
And he leads, and the three of you take a step. He leads you behind a tree, and you guys come out from behind another tree in a different part of the city, and you see a number of starlings that are just making absolute menaces of themselves as the gun show is getting set up.
Before are we hidden correct? Are we kind of behind the tree? No one can see us, right?
You guys are in the process of walking out of the tree, and you're able to see it.
Okay, I'm going to pull because I think it's a good time to hear up. I'm going to look at AP first. Like we're going to talk after this, okay? Me and you're just gonna talk. No drinks. We're just gonna talk, okay?
Alright.
I'm serious. I'm serious. We're gonna talk. All right. Well, it's not fun. Okay. It's funny. Let's laugh. Yes. Anyways, so I'm gonna go behind get hidden, make sure out of sight, and then I'm going to hold up. No one said it. I'm gonna hold up my card. It's time for the melancholic arcana. Ronin, almond chameleon, to do battle once more. Let's get this over with. And as I do that, you see a gold almond light just kind of encapsulate him and kind of swirl around him, leaving him in almost like a silhouette, so you can't see any features. You see the outlook of outline of a helmet, but that's about it, and just a humanoid shape.
Right. And with that, Arthur Percy, AP Blackwood, will do his. He's like, the now sober violet vortex of the Maverick Arcana, master of the mystic draw. Pulls it across the gun spreads up, and the suit appears like it normally does. Let's go.
All right, there are a total of 5 of these starlings. You see that as the gun show, you can tell that they've been trying to shoot these things. The bullets just don't work on them.
I mean, that's
Before we get over there, I will tell you, I will not be speaking too much around them. My voice will not be recognizable. So,
oh, can't you just change it, like this, talk deeper? I mean,
it still sounds like an American accent. So
that's good point. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just be quick about this. I guess just go straight for the attack. I think maybe make this quick. And I'll tell them to.
Actually,
Who's
actually, Duke Brown's the Batman. So
yeah, right.
You're merely just kidding. Sorry. Anyways, so I'll tell them to run, and then we'll quickly just I'll tell them to let us handle this. Let's just go with the attack and be quick.
okay,
Lead the way, dude. Lead the way.
roll your duel for me.
What are you rolling?
Roll your duel.
Okay. Okay.
Charging in. Both of us, because we're both charging into attack. Or
You're
like...
both charging in. I'll need duels from both of you.
Okay.
Dude, I am fire tonight. I just rolled a 10.
Ah!
Good, because I rolled a 2.
I'm loving this. This is my new favorite 10.
All right, take your marker peril and roll your dice.
5. Nope.
You're good. You're good. So
I think I'm so nervous. I think what's happening is too, like, I'm just so, like, wanting to protect people and then just thinking about AP in my mind, just, like, kind of in multiple places, thinking about
mind
Felicity
is
too.
not focused.
Keep thinking of how good Felicity looked. I'm like, darn it, why did she look good?
Yeah, you did.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
you did.
I hate all that. I probably trip. I think I'm gonna trip. I think honestly, like, I'm just so like just scattered. Like,
So
I'm
there's
gonna
a
trip.
cobblestone that catches your boot and sends you falling to the ground. As AP, how do you attack?
AP will be doing. He will spin the revolver on that and just unload, trying to see how many he can hit with that hero
Perfect.
10.
So yeah, and you go. There are 6 of them. You have a 6-shooter, and it is boom, 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 boom. And with each shot of energy out of your pistol, out of your wand, you see that each one hits true, and it's popping these heads like they are glass being dropped on the ground as the starlight just escapes from them. As you slide to a stop.
I turn around and I see him on the ground. Are you okay?
I think to myself, like, of course, I fall. No matter how hard I try, it's always gonna end up this way. And I
Right.
say to myself. So, like, I'm not surprised as I get up. Like, yes, I just fell, but that was a good shot. Is that all of them, or there's still more?
That was 6 of them. That was all 6.
Well, I hope there's no more because I ain't got no more rounds until I reload.
Good shots. Well, but that's
Gentlemen,
go to the...
gentlemen.
One sec.
There we go. Gentlemen.
Yes.
He's walking towards the 3 of you. My name is Archibald Fallow. This is my gun show, and I appreciate y'all's assistance. What was in the gun of yours, sir? Our bullets were not able to affect those things in such a kind.
We don't have time to. I'm glad you're all okay, but we don't have time to talk. Just but we're glad you're all okay. We're glad you're safe. Just we must be taking
Now,
off.
I do might believe, and I would appreciate it if y'all made just a moment. I do need to thank you properly for this.
Yes.
Services rendered are due a payment, of course.
No, we honor as enough. Knowing your safety is enough for us. So, and I just grab AP and just like, your safety is more than a payment. It's in you continue on living more than the payments.
So you see that as you start walking him away, that Archibald is trying to follow after you guys, and you see that like some of his crew is following behind him.
I want to say, like, to look behind and be like, oh no, there's one more, like, to make like a scene, like to make like, make a dramatic point.
Roll me in etiquette.
Well, I'm gonna get a vapors doing some stupid. I'm gonna get a vapors on this. Etiquette.
Related to you.
That's a 1. That is a 1.
It's honor. Oh, no,
Okay.
but we're in our super. Does it matter in this situation?
Not really.
Because
for
this is honor.
Yeah.
And that, but,
Did you just clear yourself?
that's a 3 though. So that's a 3.
Did you
So that's
just
gonna
clear yourself?
it. Mm-hmm.
Hey, we'll take it.
And so, because doesn't give a boon though, right? Doesn't it kind of throw it around since you clear it? Does that give like almost a not success, but almost something like it? I thought.
So there's a moment where like half of them look, but Fallow is focused on you guys. You might need a little bit of help getting out of here.
I could have sworn there was something there. Any good reason why you're still following us, sir?
Again, y'all were able to have. If those things are a continued issue, I need to know how to protect me and my own.
Well, that's not something that we can teach ourselves. It's something we're privy to give out. I'm sorry to say.
If you're privy to that information, I will, with all due respect, I require that information. You see that he has a pair of 6 shooters on his hip, and you see that one of his hands starts shifting towards the butt of one of those pistols.
You're gonna see.
I must.
You're
Now,
gonna
listen
see.
here, Governor.
You're gonna see.
You listen here now, Governor. You need to just go back to what you're doing.
You know, etiquette.
Yeah, right.
Okay, right.
Watch him kill this roll. Watch him get like another good roll. Watch him kill this roll. Watch him.
Yo, I gotta take a picture. All right, this because I got a 3. I got
You
a 3.
motherfucker.
Here we go. Where's that? I'm loving this.
Man, you're gonna hate next episode.
I don't even know how this is
Masquerade.
happening tonight, but I'm taking it. I'm taking these wins because I'm
Oh,
surprised with my D10.
Burning
This
all
shit
of
does
it
not happen.
now. Burning all of it now.
I know, right? Yeah, it's not gonna matter later on, right? Son of a mother. All right, come on, get it.
No, I mean, I
There we
believe
go.
you, but yeah, no. So
I know you do.
He-
I'm taking it because it's funny. Because I'm like, holy shit, another one. Another one. Back to
he just. Fair enough. I hope y'all around again next time I need assistance in such matters, though. As he just turns around and makes a circle up motion for his people to fall back in and go back to work as you guys make your way back to the tree.
And as we're walking, and he's gone. I go, how was my accent? I thought I did pretty good there.
No, you did. You did good. Good shots and good work. See them often swiftly like that, and you see what good being sober is because you are a much better shot the way you are now. So no, you did a good job.
I'm sorry, I did not realize that the scotch that the Queen was giving me was so dangerous.
What
If
do you
I would
mean?
have known that, I would have regulated how much more I was drinking throughout the day.
How is it more
It
dangerous
was-
than that? Okay. How is it any
It
more?
is.
Stronger than I.
As it
It
is.
was much stronger than I anticipated. I now know not to partake in so much of that in the future, so this should not be a problem going forward. I do apologize deeply. But I still was not wrong for grabbing that man by his collar and throwing him against the wall and making him apologize. I will not feel sorry
Well,
for
no,
doing
you are wrong for that because accidents do happen. You don't know his intent, and so if you go like that,
Accident
then
or not,
everyone.
You still apologize when you bumped into somebody. If I was to bump
You didn't give him a
into somebody-
chance to. You didn't give him a chance to.
I think he was just going to keep walking. He had plenty.
You
of
think
time.
in your non-sober mind he was not going to. You weren't even in the right mind to make that decision. You don't know what he was going to do. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
But
I feel like he
anyways, I'm sorry to be mad at you, but I just know you are a valuable member of whatever this team is going to be, and so I just want you at your best always, and to not see you that way. That is why I got to lips. That's why. So yeah, so
I
no
know this
no
is-
apologies needed.
I know-
We'll just be better.
I know it made you a little bit upset, but is it just that, or is it the fact that you had to leave with me?
That has nothing to know. What are you talking about? What, because Felicity? Is
Insight
that
check.
what-
No, I'm just kidding.
You- Roll me an etiquette.
Who, me?
No,
'Cause-
I was making
oh,
a
gotcha.
joke. Making a joke.
'Cause I'll be like-
Making a joke.
That's
I mean,
whatever
you
my
were
feelings
holding-
are. No, the main point here is not getting that drop when danger is around us. You know we talk with those face. This has nothing to do with how I feel about Felicity or my feelings. And just to bring that up, like, no, that's
So
not
you
the reason
admit
why.
there are feelings there.
Yeah, so you admit that there are feelings there.
It doesn't matter. There's feelings, of course there are, but it doesn't matter. The feelings
Why
don't matter
do you-
any. The feelings don't matter right now. We're
Are all
talking
of
about
you
not
humans
being-
this damn stubborn?
Well, no, I'm with you, Goodfellow. I think it is important. I think, you know, having love and things that you care about is what's going to help us get through this in the end.
You know
There's
what?
nothing that-
I'm fixing this. He
Oh,
says
It
as
doesn't-
he
I look
taps
at
this
both
cane.
of you. I look at both of you like there is, okay, there are things that are important, such as people's lives, human lives, whatever feelings.
Your
And yes,
life.
so what? I used to have feelings for someone. People do. That is okay. That's I don't nothing to hide with that. People grow up and change. Things
I want you to
happen,
look
and
me
it's
in the eye
okay.
and tell me you don't have feelings for dear Felicity.
I have feelings for each and every one of you, good sir. I have feelings for each
That's
and
a
every one of
good
you.
dodge. That's very
I'm-
fey of you, sir.
Good fellow. I would say that's a very. I was going to say the same thing. That seems like a Fey answer.
It's a very fey answer. I'm very proud of you for that one.
It's not a fair answer, and yes, Felicity is included in that.
Good fellow. I would say let this man sort his own stuff out. I mean, I appreciate you wanting to help, but I think he'll sort it out on his own time.
This is Hermia and Lysander all over again.
What did he say? I'm gonna
This
cut
is
out.
Hermia and Lysander all over again.
All right. Well, if this is enough of this, I mean, we should focus on the important matters. Is there anyone else? Is that the only the Mirrorlings? Or what do we call them again? What's their name?
Starlings.
Darling.
Are there any other Starlings? Is that we?
No, at the moment that is it.
I wonder why they chose now, here, at this moment. And it was such a small engagement. It almost seemed like, you know, it was not really worth the effort. Could it be a distraction for something else?
I don't sense any more. I don't sense any constellations in the area.
But were you sensing them while we were fighting, or were you sensing them now? Perhaps it happened during the fight.
It's possible. But if so, I don't feel them now. And as quickly as you resolve that, I'm not sure what they'd be able to do in such a short amount of time.
I
But-
think you're right, Duke. We should be ready.
I concur. I will deposit the two of you. Where am I depositing the two of you?
You can take us
In your
back home
abodes?
now that I'm sober.
Well, no, because we told them we were. I wasn't
Perhaps
feeling
you're
well,
feeling
so
better now. I'm sorry that I may have ruined your promenade. I think we should try to go back and say that you're feeling much better. We took a little bit of walk, started feeling better, and you decided you wanted to come back and enjoy the event. And I was sobering up. You got me some coffee. Went and had some coffee. You felt better. I'm right as rain.
He is sober now.
okay. I mean, if you want to go back, I guess it'd be fun going back. I guess we can.
I know
Okay, yes.
exactly where to drop you off.
I'm sure you do.
Back around the tree.
Oh, we should.
And
Before we should look
I'm
around.
go-
We should
yeah.
unmorph.
yeah, we're going to now for
Right.
sure. Before, yeah.
So yeah,
And I'm
you
gonna hold
guys,
out
you guys make sure that no one's able to see you guys as you both transform back.
I'm gonna stick out my hand and give him a handshake to Goodfellow for the help. Kills me on the inside a little bit, but I'm like, he helped.
He takes it. I appreciate this.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I am here to assist you, and I hope to prove that to you over time. Now then, while that was happening, back with the Fairfax Cavendish siblings. You promenade together. What topics are brought up?
Is it like a social faux pas to like talk about the masquerade because like
No.
people? Okay, so
Not what you are going as, and not what your outfit is looking like, but talking about the masquerade in general is not a faux pas.
Okay. Have we been to masquerades before?
Yes, masquerades. There are at least a couple of masquerades every season.
Okay. Oh well, I'm so excited for this masquerade that's going to be happening.
It's gonna be such fun.
Oh, I do you remember the one that happened about it was about 2 years ago? Put on, and she names like someone who would put on a.
Oh yes, the one that who were they? They were that backcountry
Yes, I
cat
think only
family.
visit a few years.
Yes, they come every couple of years. Oh, what
God.
is their name? She starts tapping Leopold. Like what is their name? You had that duel with the son because he insulted Georgiana's taste. And Leopold just laughs. No, the Breckenridge family. No. And I didn't insult him because he insulted Georgiana's tastes. I dueled him because he tried to force a dance on Lady Georgiana when she already had her dance card full.
Oh,
Yes, quite dishonorable.
Quite.
A man should honor a woman's dance card. She's like looking at Cadman, who is like fitting in really well in this group. Kind of weird. She's like, yes, of course.
So tell us, I don't want to ruin the festivities, but how should we find you at the masquerade? I don't want to worry this.
Well, I think
Ruin
it'll be
this
pretty obvious to find, Leopold says from the chair.
Oh yes, of course.
And
You-
I'm quite sure that my sister and my betrothed will be nearby me. You know, it's such. I wouldn't mention what we're all going as, but that'd be. That ruins the fun of the masquerade,
Oh, well,
doesn't it?
But of
Perhaps
course.
we should set a place to meet, like the
Oh,
it's
they're doing it at the open market. Why don't we meet at the Kingsworth Bridge?
it's a lovely spot. We shall see the sunset from there.
And I hear there's a chance there might be fireworks. That one was Bianca.
Yes.
Bianca's kind of sneaked herself into Cadman's other arm.
Mhm.
So Cadman is kind of escorting both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Cadman
it'll be.
feels very natural to you, actually.
Yes, it'll be quite the sight to behold.
Oh, does anyone know what? It's like, I know I don't really know where fireworks come from. Does anyone know?
Well, Georgiana's actually the one that answers that one. Well, they're actually not that dissimilar from the mortars that the military uses. They're packages of gunpowder mixed with different elements that, when applied to heat, cause, and she mimes an explosion as Leopold rolls himself for a second, and different metals cause different colors when they burn. So that gives us the colors of the fireworks.
Different metals. How fascinating! I had
Isn't
no
it
idea.
just?
Yes.
Well, I was
Remarkable.
studying some metallurgy and some chemistry in my last years in university. Unfortunately, they had only recently allowed me into that program, and I haven't been able to get quite enough classes from them to get a degree from them. But I'm working on it. The beautiful ones, hello cat.
Good fellow.
My cat is a black cat, so yes, she is good fellow. She is good fellow. Well, but I think that they're always such a beautiful display to see. So, as you guys are talking, you see coming towards you, much more sober and in seemingly a little bit better spirits, are Duke Brown and Count Blackwood coming towards you from the other side of the pond. Didn't they? You see that both Leopold and Georgiana kind of like look behind them and then look ahead of them again.
Yes, I thought you retired for the evening as I unloop
Oh.
my arm around Felicity.
Well, we did, but Arthur was able to help me feel a little better, so just need a little bit of coffee just to kind of. We didn't want to
Didn't
leave
want to
you guys, so
spoil the mood.
yes, exactly, exactly.
Well, of course, always happy to have you back.
So yes, hopefully you guys have had a good walk so far without us. Oh, AP, you're muted. I don't think we can hear you.
I do want to apologize. Duke Brown is being very kind with his words. I am now feeling much better after having some coffee, and I'm ready to proceed accordingly and appropriately.
Yes,
Yes.
let us promenade. As I kind of like, I have my hand like
Well-
on like Felicity's back, and I kind of nudge her forward a little
Forwards.
bit.
I start walking. Oh,
And I
yes.
nudged Duke Brown forward. I like nudge him forward.
I just turn around and just look at you, like just look, just like, yes. Do you need something?
Oh, do you need a nice kick in the ass?
AP, we must be serious. I mean, whatever the feelings are, it doesn't. There's things happening, so
Listen,
it doesn't matter.
I'm right as rain, as we said earlier.
Exactly.
Keep an eye out while you can enjoy a little bit of time before things do hit the fan. So to speak.
I appreciate it, but please, I know.
Go
what's-
over there and
So
escort our
Bianca
friend.
leans up to your ear, Cameron. I think the count sees what we see.
Wait, what does he say?
She says, I think the count sees what we see. To your ear. He might be a worthy addition to the plans that we're making.
I just look
I'm
up and
making-
just,
Yes, more to the merry band.
More to the merry band. Exactly. I do need a little John after all.
Listen,
I
And
have gone out.
Wonderful.
she's speaking very softly, so you guys,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys, so you cannot hear her. But
I'm gonna
Just
walk
talking to
up.
Georgiana. More about fireworks. Yeah, just
Sorry,
yes,
sorry to interrupt.
fireworks.
Yeah, well,
Oblivious.
so when you take a processed version, and she starts going into great detail
So-
about the different and what you do notice, Felicity, is that Leopold looks so freaking smitten up over his shoulders, hearing her being passionate about something.
And I noticed that, and like her eyes kind of like narrow at Leopold, and then she just forces her face forward. She's like, you can't be human. No. He can't be genuine. No, he's supposed to be awful.
He must be awful.
Be awful.
He's not awful.
Look at those awful, loving, adoring eyes. Oh, that's
think
quite interesting. Please go on.
And she continues. She goes through different colors, how they get the different patterns going for it. As you guys are walking, you're not quite sure where the concept of the fireworks discussion came from for the rest of you, but that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, and as they talk, like I'd walk in and be like, "Oh, fireworks! Have I? I mean, okay." It's like, yeah, they were pretty exciting. Sorry to interrupt, but I will look at Felicity. I will be. If you don't mind, I'm ready to escort you again. If you don't mind.
Oh, of course. And then she hands her. She's handed off, I suppose.
Yeah.
So
Big,
As she does.
big kind of push from behind.
I pushed her in, like we were able to. So there were some starlings, but AP was able to take care of them in quick work. So
Is that
No,
yes,
just a
my dear
transformation?
Count Blackwood, would you mind if you walked with me for a minute?
who's-
Leopold is wheeling his chair towards you a little bit. Would you mind pushing me for a moment? I haven't had a chance to actually have a decent conversation with you yet, and I wish to rectify that situation.
Sure.
So Georgiana walks over and actually takes Felicity's other arm as she continues to just go. Yep.
Okay. Oh yes.
You've unlocked you've activated her trap card.
Yeah. It is genuinely interesting to her though, so she just is like, oh, we're talking about bad guys, and then fireworks. I'm like, oh yes, fireworks.
So,
Well, that's
how do you take our fair city, my dear Count?
It's lovely. Lots of rumors. Some of them.
It's unfortunately it is a bit of a den of vipers at times. I'm not going to lie on that.
For example, there was a rumor floating around about me and the Duke and his cousin, which is
I never gave that one
terribly
any
wrong.
credence. It is a terrible rumors where people bring personal matters as such into the public light like that. I find it quite
Now,
disturbing
while I,
myself.
while I can admit that I sometimes do overdo it with the drink, I will tell you that I'm an honorable man and I would never put myself in a position to damage a lady's honor with her husband. So
I would assume not. You seem, from what I can tell, you keep fantastic company. Cadman is not one to deal with those who have a dishonorable run in their bodies. He'd much sooner strike one down in a duel than spend time with one. He's actually a very dear friend, if I'm being honest. I don't have many of those. Yes.
I've been seeing you hanging out with Kevin in some time. I didn't know you guys were so close.
We've grown apart over years, but unfortunately,
You should
my
rectify
duties, where does one find the time? I'm trying to salvage a house that is. You're pushing, and he's also trying to roll himself as much as he can. I'm trying to rectify a house that my father left in less than great repair. My sister is doing her best to salvage other parts of my family's reputation. Unfortunately,
the Black
I
Woods
haven't
can
had the
do for you.
time. It's actually part of why I wanted to speak to you. I know that the Blackwood in which the Blackwood estate rolls in is known for ancient woods and deep, untouched aspects of land. Is any of that land up for sale by chance?
I do not believe it is, but I will speak with my people and find out for sure.
Even if it's not up for sale, if I could get some logging, I'm willing to purchase them from you. Purchase
Why
some
that
logging
particular
rights.
Plenty of wood around here that's probably much cheaper than that.
The issue is not a thing of cost, it's a thing of quality. Those kinds of trees, those kinds of woods, part of what the Devonshire do for trade, we have several manufacturing locations that focus on higher end furnitures and cabinetry work. Is where my father invested much of his money when card operated looms and card operated tooling became a thing, but quality of wood becomes an issue. So, and again, I'm not trying to make an unfair deal here, and it's something that we don't need to iron out now, but simply putting the thought in your mind.
Well, I make no promises that I will give you this wood in any fashion, even through like trade or deals, because I need to understand more about it and its history with my family before I make.
Of course, and again, this is no pressure. This is simply putting out the feeler to see if the option is even on the table. And if you don't know, I respect that.
Well, I'll find out and I'll let you know.
I greatly appreciate that. Meanwhile, by chance, are you in any way looking at refurbishing Blackwood Manor? I have some great carpenters on staff who would love to be of assistance to you.
Well, not at the moment, but you never know. That can happen at any time. We may decide to. You know how the rich are. Sometimes we get ideas of, ooh, I want to change things. So you never know. I might decide to do such.
Well, some of us have the comfort of doing that, but I hope to get my family back to that point again at some point soon.
Well, either way, I will. If I don't, I will at least, make sure I suggest you and your business to others.
I would greatly appreciate it.
I mean, of course, a friend of Catman is a friend of mine.
I do need to spend more time with him. And you guys finish your promenades. You go back to your respective houses and prepare for the ball. which I believe we can go ahead and call break here.
Right. Sounds good.
Yep. And we're back. Whole and complete this time. It is time for the masquerade. Cadman, Felicity, we know what you are wearing. As you approach and find your ways to the Kingsland Bridge, where you have agreed to meet up with everybody else, you see that there waiting for you in his chair is Leopold Devonshire. He is dressed in a black and silver suit, and his mask is of a is very Raven-esque.
Okay.
You know, there's some feathers adorning his outfit. This is a little bit more showy than the Devonshires usually go for. Not by a very large standard, but enough. Behind him, and who you can tell is Georgiana, she is dressed in white, and she has more of a dove mask on. And then next to the two of them is Bianca, who is dressed in these blues and greens, predominantly greens, with a peacock mask. Birds of a
Ah.
feather.
Ah, very good. Quite fetching indeed.
Oh, yes, indeed.
You look marvelous, Lady Devonshire.
You look very fetching. It's a gorgeous mask. She looks very Felicity. You look like a dream, my dear.
Why, thank you. Nothing like a lioness.
You see that she kind of nudges Leopold's chair, and he stops making goo goo gaga eyes at his betrothed, looks over at you. You look stunning. And Cadman, very, very dashing look for you, sir.
Ah, yes. Thank you so much, and you as well. Very
Yes, I do love the bird theme.
Yes.
We
Coming
thought
all
it'd be
together.
fun.
Yes.
Birds of a feather.
Capital.
Duke Brown.
Yes.
You're the next to approach the meeting spot. What does your mask look like?
So my attire was pretty modest, just like an almond color, just very modest, nothing too kind of blends in, just kind of not the main portion. So the mask covers half his face. It is of a broken heart down the middle. You see it covers one eye, and as it starts up as a nice sparkling red, it tapers down to a darker red and big up to black near the bottom. But yeah, just a mask is definitely the main part of his look tonight.
That's where all the attention's drawn towards.
Mm-hmm. Who do I see? Do I see all of them, or who do
So
I?
yeah, you see the five of them. So you see Bianca, Leopold, Georgiana, Cadman, and Felicity, and you see them talking amongst themselves.
I look at all of them. Stops on Felicity. Just catches his breath. Looks at the rest of them and just he's going to just stay behind. He's gonna try to either sneak in. He's gonna take a pause a second, be like, okay, how can I get in there? He's gonna wait for them to get in. Unless they're waiting for someone, he's gonna wait, and then they take a long time. He's gonna try to sneak in and as he's doing this, gonna keep watch around them to see if there's any kind of starlings or anything else that looks off.
Right.
If he can.
So there's nothing that looks off.
Mm-hmm.
Count Blackwood.
Count Blackwood is not showing up with his hat like he normally does. He's wearing a beautiful tailored suit with a little bit of gold trim. It's mostly black with purples, a little bit of gold. And he is wearing a classic Venetian-style Casanova mask. Like this.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. The two-tone gold and black.
Mhm.
So, and as you approach, you see that Duke Brown is kind of skirting around the group and not including himself. As you start making your approach, Beatrice Douglas,
Yes.
what are you wearing to the masquerade?
So, Beatrice, when she shows up, people don't recognize her at first, as she usually has very simple attire, even in the fancy events. This time, though, she's coming in like a storm. She is wearing a underskirt of pearl silk with an overskirt that is in a train of deep green velvet that looks almost black with silver embroidery along the outer side that goes into a train for a couple feet with a matching bodice, like corset over top. Very just simple sleeves that sort of puff out, and she's carrying a sense of poise and regality beyond her station, but there's still a storm in her eyes about there's something bothering her, and her mask is just this black metal with lots of filigree, and she just comes in. There is focus, but at the same time there's not. There's just this essence of she's here to be here and she has war to go to.
I lean into my sister and I'm like, do you think our mask is a little on the nose? You think it's a little
We should go. I'll go say hello. And then she approaches Beatrice, and she'll try to make things like fun and silly. So she'll Is it since I have an opera mask? Like, am I expected to hold it the entire time?
There is a strap option. You can unscrew the stick at some point if you wish.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna wear it then.
Cool.
Oh, Beatrice,
Felicity, darling.
you look. I'm well. You look marvelous, my dear. You've outdone yourself.
Thank you, Isabel really helped with the attire for sure.
Is something the matter? You seem a little off.
And Beatrice links her arm with yours, Felicity. I've had a thought. I don't want to say much here, but I haven't seen my sister. And I kind of look away and smile at other people, waving hello.
Oh.
Not
And then
since
there's just kind of an oh and a long pause. I'm not since the other night at all.
No.
Oh. Oh. That is sad news indeed. Or at the very least, if you have a missing sister. Have you reported it at all?
Well, my assumption is I know exactly what company she is with.
Yes. Well, we'll have to discuss that later. For at least for now, you can enjoy the ball, the party.
Yes, I figured come in with a flash, so to speak.
And there are murmurs. It takes, despite you being one of two women on the Ton with your shade of hair, there are just whispers about who this woman is. And they are spreading like wildfire.
Well, you've certainly made a splash. She sort of like gestures at the people whispering. That's usually not your intention.
But I think I need the distraction and someone to show that I'm not some spinster.
your... Do I know much about your family life? Do you sure know anything?
I think Beatrice keeps it pretty private outside of her own, like, pride of her family. How she very much carries the family name and you always get the sense that she's in a place of she has to be the pillar for her family in that name. I think you would know, though, of her rivalry with Duke Brandon Farley.
Was that nasty Farley fellow saying nasty things about you?
Yes, last night, and I know
The
Patrick
boar!
I know!
Hateful man! Finster, you! A gorgeous woman like you.
Exactly, like, how can this...
Yes.
This... And he called me that right in front of Badrick and AP.
Ah, the nerve.
So, at this point, Felicity, you feel the delicate hand of Bianca Devonshire looping through your arm. He said what?
It was... He called her a spinster.
You?
Indeed.
Beatrice Douglas, a spinster?
I know.
And
The man's blind.
clearly
Clearly.
the man's blind.
He
Indeed.
must be.
Indeed.
You
Practically
are
the most eligible woman here.
She is the most eligible woman here. So Bianca leans forward and places a hand on your arm, Beatrice. If it wasn't for the fact that half of the men of the time were absolute cowards that have no idea how to handle a woman, to be in the presence of a woman such as yourself, it's their fault, not yours.
Indeed, I am a very challenging
Brother, you see her just very, very offended for Beatrice now, like legitimately offended for Beatrice. Brother, did you hear this? And you know, this kind of causes the group to move to Beatrice as you know, as his rallies around. What's going on? What's going on now? Leopold asks as he's being half rolled, half.
No, I tell him. Oh well, that's Farley fellow was calling our dear Beatrice a spinster. Can you believe it?
I know.
Well, now.
AP, is that not ridiculous?
Well, is he doing it again? Because I know he said it the other day, and I almost took his face off. But
You didn't take his face off.
well, I
Oh,
was...
give it a good try, give it a good warning. He's got quite the hook.
You're the one that caused the whole hullabaloo with the rabbit. Well, he is. You put an end to it, as it were.
Yeah, so to speak. Well, you know what? We should talk about trying to see if we can get you some work there, Leopold, fixing the damages that I caused.
I already have. One of my men was already working on that for that, so already in process for that.
That sounds delightful. But yes, it does not surprise me that that person would say such outlandish things about Beatrice.
He used to be such a. Then he stops for a second, and is kind of like thinking back on Duke Farley.
Has he ever been?
Has he ever been?
Has he ever been?
I don't think he had.
I think he's always been
Duke
quite
Brown,
terrible.
you were in school with us. Was he always that terrible?
Brown just like as I'm trying to sneak by, like,
Patrick, what are you doing sneaking about? Get over here.
I was just walking. You guys
Felicity,
have a
go and get.
conversation.
You know that he won't want to. Go and get him real quick.
Just picks up her skirts.
Leopold just like taps your side. Go get him real quick.
She goes and like
I
loops
tried
her arm.
to. I tried to like run, like I tried to like act like I didn't hear anything. I tried to just run, like I was just,
Patrick Brown, are you
I've been trying to
stabbing
run.
me? How dare you?
I would literally run. I'd be like, oh, someone called me
Just
inside.
the click, 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 click.
I've been inside of them.
Come now, good Duke. Our friend is in need. Don't be so
is-
cold to her.
What is that? Someone called me inside. Hold on, I'm coming. I'll be there in just a second. I'm coming.
Your friends.
Someone called me.
You have friends calling you right here.
Someone,
your-
it's rude.
Is he well?
The Americas changed him.
I can. I didn't want to say anything earlier when I was speaking to you, to you, AP, but he's not the same as he was when he left.
Travel does
Well,
change the soul.
I don't know if it's the Americas that changed him, or perhaps it was the traveling. Let's not put everything on the Americas. It's not.
Well, oh, of course not. Not. I was not trying to imply that there was anything amiss with your homeland.
Well, there's definitely some things amiss. I'm just saying it's not always.
I mean, well, you said at that point you said it, not I, sir.
Okay.
Clearly,
Blake,
something must
Shall
be.
we go hunt? Shall we go hunt him down? He's obviously not wanting to join in with this. I mean, do we leave him to his melancholy?
Definitely
I
should do
never met
something.
a man so attached to being unhappy.
Yes, Lady Douglas, you are very right. Something should be done, either with Frederick, but also mostly with this
So-
Duke Farling.
So, at the mention of something being done, Beatrice, this time looping through your arm, looping a hand through your arm, is Bianca Devonshire. You know, I have some thoughts about what we can do about the good Duke.
Oh, darling, do tell.
Come along, gentlemen, she says as she starts walking. So Bianca is kind of escorting Beatrice forward at this point. They're sitting behind.
Ah, yes, lead on.
I think that if we can just trap the two in a space together for a sufficient period of time, the matter will resolve itself.
No distractions, nothing.
No
of the sort.
interruptions.
It just needs to.
Do you see what I see then?
I do.
I thought so. And as you guys enter into the party, we're gonna pull out, as rimming the outside is a legion of starlings. And that's where we're gonna cut the episode.
Yeah!
I knew it. Dang it. I knew it.
And they're all wearing masks.
So
They're
that,
all
yes,
invited.
they're all wearing masks, and specifically in the head of all of them is a woman with flaming copper hair, done back in a braid, a hawk mask, and a black, very daring gown for the period.
It must be Bianca.
Who is currently escorting Beatrice.
I don't know how you did it, but you're in two places.
Two places at the same
You
time!
can't stop it here. Come on.
There's
we
a
got
triplet.
To... Can we just say it's next Wednesday? Can
Yeah,
we just say it's
Beatrice
next
just got
Wednesday?
here. We just need we need to
We
play
need,
like
we need to play a whole new session.
oh yeah, a whole
For
other
Beatrice.
session
Yeah, a
right
whole
at the
nother
tail
session.
end. Give me another date with Bianca.
Not like you enjoyed it or anything. Right.
Oh, not at all. It's
Not
a
at all.
facade.
Right. So good you fool yourself. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go around the horn again real quick. This time we're going to start with Natalie.
Yes, hello everybody. As I came in here last minute coming off a flight, I'm Natalie playing Beatrice, who we only saw for a few minutes, but come back for more Beatrice next week. Find most places on the internet with Ghost Candle or Ghostly Candle on Twitch and YouTube. I am primarily an artist / illustrator, but you can find me doing actual play stuff wherever, whenever, so make sure you follow me for the updates on where I am and when I am.
Duke. So let's go ahead and switch over to Blake.
Hello, everybody. I am Blake. Tonight I play Duke Francis Patrick Brown, and it was a pleasure. This group is always fun to play with. He's fine. He doesn't need nobody. He's good being alone. So people just leave him alone with that matter. Focus on the most important things, protecting these people.
We are focusing on
Otherwise-
the most important thing.
Otherwise, you can find me producer for R&Bay. So for all your vegan recipe needs, you want to learn some recipes, check out them. I produce and film for them. Also, my own YouTube channel is coming back for books, for the love of books, because, you know, no good books go unread. You can find me at Blake Francis at Blue Sky if you so wish to, because I may post there if I read a good book or something. But yes.
Let's go ahead and do Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I played Felicity Fairfax. You can find me at Dungeon_Damsels. And I run my own Dungeons and Dragons podcast and show on YouTube. And it's a nice cozy show. So if you want to, you can check for Michael and I on Dungeon Damsels. It's the bottle with the butterfly in it. That's our little logo.
Michael.
Hello, I'm Michael. You can catch me on the socials and on Kara at RoboStarty doing art and animation. And as always, I am very happy to be playing Cadman Cavendish with these lovely players here on the ZealZaddy channel.
Morgan.
What's up, travelers? I am Morgan. My pronouns are he, him. In this game, I was playing Arthur Percy Blackwood, the Cowboy Count, aka AP. And I love playing with this group. You can find me on the socials everywhere except on Twitter at Mindflay Mondays. On Twitter, it's Mindflay Mun.
And I am TR Grimm. And you can find me everywhere on the social at empathic_Grimm. And I am happy to be the GM, the Master of Ceremonies for these fantastic people. I am also a game designer and game reviewer by trade. And are we rating today, boss? Not tonight. In that case, we bid you all a very fun farewell. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks for
Rangers
watching.
out.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.